Sounds low of fee products. I gotta remember that.
Well, you know, they say in order to remember something, you have to forget something else. Okay, now that is a very cute portrait. That's like a little shag. I've never seen it before. Well, I mean, of course you have. It's the Rachel. Oh, is that your name? No, I mean like your name. No, I'm Jen. My name's Jen. Right, but I just mean like this is your haircut, but that's hair on your hair. I'm not saying this is your hair. Okay.
Basil babes.
Saffron Squad?
Nutmeg maidens?
Paprika?
No.
Nutmeg maidens.
I just said that. Was it Spice Girls?
Doesn't sound right.
Saffron Squad?
Uber Eats has Lola V products? I gotta remember that.
Well, you know, they say in order to remember something, you have to forget something else. Okay, now that is a very cute haircut. That's like a little shag. I've never seen it before.
Well, I mean, of course you have. It's the Rachel.
Oh, is that your name?
No, I mean, like, your name.
No, I'm Jen. My name's Jen.
Right, but I just mean, like, this is your haircut.
But that's hair on your head.
I'm not saying this is your hair.
Okay, freaking me out a little bit.
Fever, best sleep with the flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
It's now time for the Fan After Dark, and this opening segment is brought to you by Classic Chevrolet. If you're in the market to upgrade your vehicle, get to Classic Chevrolet in Grapevine. Back-to-back #1 Chevy dealership in the world. They've got more new Chevys than anyone, all priced to sell. Visit ClassicChevrolet.com. This is Texas. This is Classic Chevrolet. Together, let's drive, relax, and enjoy the difference based on new Chevy registration 2023 and 2024.
Driven by our D&M Leasing Studios. Thanks for turning it on, leaving it on. 105.3 The Fan.
Welcome in, DFW. Glad to have you on board on the Red River Rivalry Day. We are minutes away from kickoff. And if you have us on today while you're watching the game, Team OU, Team Texas, let us know who you're repping before this thing kicks off. 877-881-1053. 877-881-1053. You get a little Fan After Dark for the next 3 hours to occupy you while, look, if ideally in a perfect world, ladies and gentlemen, you've got the game on your television and you're listening to Fred, Blake, and Dylon. Maybe you're out at the pool party. Maybe you're hanging out with the other 105.3 The Fan personalities, and you're vibing with us here on the show.
That would be hilarious if you're like talking to Sean Sharif and Brian Broaddus.
Hold on, it's fair foul, guys. I gotta go. I can't.
We're
talk
actually
to you guys
not
right
here
now.
for you guys. I just
Sorry.
wanted the pool party and to listen to Fan After Dark.
Sorry, we just wanted a fair foul real quick. I'm gonna Blake it or leave it. I'm gonna go ahead and Blake listen to Fan After Dark and leave the pool party. So we're kidding. Anyway, glad to have you guys on board. 877-881-1053. 877-881-1053. That is the Frankel and Frankel injury attorney text line. What a day of college football so far.
Come on.
It has been an absolute great day, of course, for everybody here in the Metroplex. We've got TCU and K-State Purple Rain, people.
Purple Rain.
Prince, all you Prince lovers out there, this is the ultimate game for you guys, all right? And I know my boy Jake Riepma, a Northwestern grad, would feel some type of way, but your football program's no good. Yeah. He knows that.
Can't make the Purple Bowl.
So, sorry, you're not in the purple game. All our Central Arkansas fans, you guys have a purple field, but still, you're Central Arkansas and haven't been good since Scottie Pippen. That being said,
John Mateer's playing.
John Mateer is playing today. He's got his thumb taped. Looks like we saw a little bit of him warming up, in pregame. So
we'll be able to tell early in this first quarter if he's wincing, if he takes a hard hit. If I'm Texas,
17 days since hand surgery. That's insane.
and you're playing in a big game. This is a big time moment.
Meanwhile, Siobhan Ravel can't even run on grass. I kid. I don't know where my bell's at, but we kid.
If I'm Texas, I'm bringing the house early. Let's see what John Mateer can do. I'm not going to let him get comfortable and read the zones. No,
don't let that thumb hit a helmet now.
Yeah,
don't let that thumb hit a helmet.
And I'll take a personal foul penalty.
Okay, just fires it over the middle to start the game off. Now, we're not going to do play-by-play. Let's get that straight. But I'm just going to say right now, I'm Team OU. Okay?
It sounds like you're saying Timu.
No, I said Team OU.
I'm Team Texas.
Team OU.
Team OU. You're saying it like it's one word.
Team OU. We're based out of Beijing. Nobody know that. Okay. You guys know my boy Yang Hansen, who put on a clinic last night.
Yeah, he did.
Tell you what, I'm making an early prediction right now.
Rookie of the year?
No, you know my boy Cooper Flagg's going to win Rookie of the Year.
Cooper Flagg might win more awards than just Rookie of the Year.
But I'm going to tell you right now, Yang 16 jerseys will be flying off the shelves.
Yeah, if you guys have missed it, that was the Blazers. Did they pick him in the first round or second round? First round.
They picked him in the first round because it was nobody. I mean,
and they have Donovan Clingan on the team too, so they got two young centers.
Yeah, but the difference is though, this kid. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's hyperbole to say he's the Chinese Jokic.
That's pretty spot on.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, that dude
stylistically,
yes. Let's not get carried away. But I'll tell you what. He can block. I would argue he might be a smidge ahead of where Jokic was at this stage because I'll tell you what, defensively, he's a difference maker.
Yeah.
But he's a hell of a passer. He can shoot the rock as well. So Portland, don't look now. I mean, look, they're still. I mean, the West is deep as all get out. But
there's only one uncompetitive team in the West, Western Conference. I know we jumped around to a bunch of subjects, but
we're talking the NBA within 4 minutes. Of the show,
we're getting who's the worst team in the Utah Jazz. That's the only team where even at their ceiling couldn't make the playoffs. You can make an argument for the Blazers, for the Pelicans, for the Kings. All these teams that are towards the bottom, they still have a potential.
The West goes 12-13 deep as far as teams that are going to be competitive and fun to watch. Yeah. So, all right, our boy John Mateer running the ball. Ooh, okay.
If I'm Texas, I'm looking at the hand every play. Every play.
Every time. But we'll see. So it's already 2nd and 5. OU trying to move the ball a little bit. So we'll keep you posted. Obviously, you guys are locked in as they are on the Texas side of things. But this is a big game for Texas, man. We talked to Corey Mose on Thursday night.
This is season. You lose this.
I mean, look, can you still make a bowl? Sure. I mean, let's not get carried away. You still got a lot of winnable games. Okay, a little sidearm action there. I mean,
nobody's covering.
Look good on that throw, so we'll keep you posted, and I keep saying that, but we probably will keep you posted throughout the course of the day today. Shout out to all my Missouri fans out there. Rough go of it today. You did cover the spread, though. You did cover the spread.
Unlike UNT yesterday.
Wow.
It was a tough.
Wow.
It probably was a tough listen for anybody that's a UNT fan listening to Fan After Dark yesterday.
Real quick, because I want to say Dylon was at that game last night. Were you not?
I was not.
Oh, you didn't go?
No, I did not.
You were flirting with the idea of going, weren't you?
Yeah, I thought about it, but
kind of like their defense in the second half. They thought about it.
Yeah. Well, did they really think about it?
I don't know.
Dude, there was one play.
But I did get to watch the great baseball game yesterday. That was
the 15th inning.
Seattle and Detroit.
Yeah.
I forgot that they don't do the ghost runner in the playoffs.
Dude, TV watching was at an all-time high yesterday. You had that going on. You obviously had the UNT game going on. WNBA Finals wrapped up yesterday. Asia Wilson, the Aces win their third championship in 4 years.
4 years.
They're cooking. There was a lot, and now we've got a loaded college football schedule today. We already know what the NFL slate has.
And we've got a lot of good football games still tonight.
Yep.
I'm rocking my KU shirt because we're ready to upset the world today.
I think we had Brennan. Brennan yesterday was giving y'all some credit.
I listened after my call yesterday, and I look. The thing I will say, and both Brennan and Jake Degenerate Jake have said the same thing. And you know what? This is what I do appreciate about Texas Tech fans. They are realistic people, right? Like, do I expect Texas Tech to win today? Yes, I do. But do I expect KU to make it a ball game?
14.5 points spread?
Oh, dude, we're covering that all day, every day. Yeah. We're covering that all day, every day. Like I said, Texas Tech hasn't played anybody yet. That's the thing. Texas Tech really hasn't played anybody just yet. So KU's got a good offense. I heard Brennan's breakdown yesterday after the call. So Texas Tech fans know, like they have a realistic expectation that yes, we should win. But would we be surprised if KU gives us a run for our money? Not at all.
If you missed the other games, number 1 team in the country, Ohio State, took care of Illinois.
OU on the board first with a field goal, 3-0.
There you go.
Left to go in the first quarter.
34-16 Ohio State beat Illinois. As Fred mentioned, Alabama.
Fraud alert in Champaign. Fraud alert in Champaign. Get out of here with the Illini.
Alabama takes down number 14 Mizzou. They win 27-24. That game got close. Mizzou had a chance to tie it at the end and throws a bad pick at the end.
Well, and I was texting with my cousin because he's a Mizzou grad, and me and him were talking about this game before this morning, and it was one of them things where Mizzou had their chances. The problem is their quarterback's not uber accurate, and you saw that on the last drive of the ball game.
Not a good characteristic you want.
No, not in your quarterback, especially in crunch time.
Number 25, Florida State, who had a nice little run here.
Started out 3-0.
Well, now that's going to be another loss on the board. They lost to Pitt, unranked Pitt, who had 2 wins on the season. They beat them 34-31. So
who knew the ACC was going to be the Florida State death knell for them this year? But apparently it has.
Florida State will not be in the top 25 after this week. I can guarantee that.
Are we going to start? Do we fire up the let's fire Mike Norvell and hire Dion whispers?
I don't mind that.
I don't think anybody wants Dion.
I don't mind that.
I don't know if I'm
Dion. I don't think is some trending candidate
Not
right
anymore.
now. They're kind of just playing average.
Now that his son and Travis Hunter are gone,
They're trying to find their identity. These young quarterbacks, they switch every other game. O-line, they're still trying to find their identity right now. So Colorado's definitely not on the top of the pecking order.
And the other,
same with North Carolina.
Has anybody, and I know this is not an original thought, boy, Belichick better go ahead and retire while he still can and save some face.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he decided to get back into college coaching in the first place.
Do you think he's 100% in?
No,
like this is my life. I want to make sure that North Carolina can be the best program possible.
Here's what I don't understand. Is that you had basically resuscitated your reputation on TV last year, right? Because here's the thing. Say what you want about you. We can get into the whole, is it him? Was it Brady? Maybe he wasn't. You had people saying, well, he wasn't that good of a coach after all. It's like, okay, let's calm down a little bit. I think
2 things: the little Bills breakdown, his TV personality they would do, and when he did the little roast of Tom Brady, and he showed his personality on there.
And then he did that Bills breakdown show that he did, and then he would be on. Anytime you had him on to talk football, you were glued to the television because he's must watch.
And him and Saban started kind of teaming up and doing that little power combo.
It was great, but then he decides, what I'm gonna start dating a chick, old enough to be my granddaughter.
Literally.
Let her take over my life, and then go take over a program that, by the way, and I don't know if you knew this because I certainly didn't. Do you know they turned over 80% of the roster at North Carolina?
As in, like 80% of the guys are new from the Bill Belichick.
Because look, here's the thing. It's not like Mac Brown, and again, I wasn't like a devout North Carolina football follower, but I don't know that Mac Brown left the program in shambles. He retired because he's old, and it takes. It's a young man's game, and that's why I never understood why is 75-year-old Bill Belichick and Mike Lombardi, who's been out of football for a decade plus, why are you guys going to suddenly take over college football? Just don't understand.
Is this one of the best venues in college football? I just want your thoughts on that.
College football, or what, the Cotton Bowl?
Not the actual stadium itself.
Nostalgia purpose.
But the nostalgia, the fact that there's literally a fair in the background. I just feel like it's cool. It's just not very many arenas or stadiums
think it's
like
old
that.
School, and you definitely do get old school vibes. Now, I have heard that the stadium's a dump.
No, they renovated. I was there last year. They renovated, put $130 million in it, so they kind of widened that little concession stand area, the little plaza that you're walking, some of the different seating areas, the media stuff. I think the seating itself when you're in the stadium is still the same, and I don't think they would change that. But some of the amenities around, they seem to have pumped some money into.
Which you have to.
But I don't mind it. I didn't complain when I was there. I know it's old school. I know it's nostalgic.
And maybe that's what you're going there for.
You're going there for. If I want a high new tech, I'll go to LA and we'll go see the Rams.
You know?
I mean, I would say the Rams are probably.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's brand new.
Think about that.
You know what? LA would probably be the spot to go to just from that whole standpoint because, we go catch a game over at
Rose Bowl.
the Intuit Dome.
Yeah.
Right? And go,
Yeah.
one of their 300 urinals. Okay. And then sit and charge our phone up at one of the nifty little spots that they got there, too. So, all right. We've got a great show for you guys today. We've got a lot
Horns
of
up,
football
baby.
to get
Come on.
into. Your text messages. We are going to attempt to do a Tolos on the telephone. We're shooting for 5. Okay, we're shooting for 5 callers. We know a lot of you guys are watching OU and UT today, so we will not hold that against you. We're watching OU and UT as well. So coming up next, did the Eagles losing Thursday night suddenly change the way you look at this Dallas Cowboy team? Blake and I will discuss next. Don't go anywhere. It's Fan After Dark on a Saturday.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and...
True that you've got to forget something else to remember that Uber Eats
Hey, remember when you used to be what was it? Pepper lady. Razor blades.
Saffron squad.
Nutmeg maiden? No.
Nutmeg mate.
I just said that. Was it Spice Girls?
Doesn't sound right.
What's the cell phone's called?
got to remember that.
You know, they say in order to remember something, you have to forget something else. Okay, now that is a very cute haircut. That's like a little shag. I've never seen it before. Well, I mean, of course you have. It's the Rachel. Oh, is that your name? No, I mean, what's your name? No, I'm Jen. My name's Jen. Right, but I just mean like this is your haircut, but that's hair on your head. I'm not saying this is your hair. Okay.
Driven by our D&M Leasing Studios. Thanks for turning it on, leaving it on. 105.3 The Fan.
Welcome back in. Hour number 1 of the show. We had a little pre-party to the pre-party segment just now as we were, had a little college football today. Ohio State and Illinois. Ohio State took care of business there. We are, about halfway through the first quarter of the OU-Texas game. That game's 3-0
OU's
Oklahoma.
OU's defense, man.
That's been the story for you.
I knew they were good, but they just put the graphic up. Think any defensive stat you can think of, they were number 1 in, and 2 or 3 of them they were second in.
Yeah.
That was their worst ranking, and anything was second. And all of college football, not just SEC. So
Of all the college footballs.
It's gonna be a tall ask
Tough
today
sledding.
for and Sark and the offensive line didn't do Arch any favors on that first drive. Pretty ugly play calling and execution. So if they play like that, this game will get ugly quick. But we'll have to wait and see.
Well, but I mean, the one thing you do have going for you if you're Texas though is, I mean, I don't care if it's only been 17 days since his surgery. I mean, you're not going to tell me that John Mateer is 100% with that throwing hand.
Probably not.
All right, so if you can get some pressure on him, again, he's not 100% hand wise. At least I wouldn't think so. I mean, obviously they feel good about it because he's out there, but I think you can, if you put enough pressure on him, he can get got at some point. So you're hoping that your defense. I mean, ultimately you're going to need. Texas's defense is going to need to create a turnover or two to give their offense a short field. And then, one thing, and again, I'll mention this again. One of the things that blew my mind talking to Corey Mose on Thursday was when he mentioned that, Sark ran more RPOs with Quentin Ewer than he has with Arch.
Yeah.
Now, maybe it's an offensive line thing. Maybe it's a skill position thing. I don't know.
Quint's just a quick processor. So I can go, hey, the run's there or the pass is there and quick. Arch is more of a dynamic, big-time player, throw it down the field, make plays with my legs rather than get the ball out quick. He's the opposite of Jackson Dart, which I know a lot of people, when they see it, they might think, they play similarly. They got swag and run around and like to get and are mobile. But if you watch Jackson Dart at Ole Miss, it was out quick or he was running. It wasn't a lot of just standing in the pocket and shotgun for 5-6 seconds and dropping back. Those are quick decisions. Same with Bo Nix. And Quinn Ewers was like that as well. That's kind of the mold of college quarterbacks. And Arch, as you're seeing, he's not getting the timing of my old line's not very good, and we can't take downfield shots. But like Corey said, that's what Arch specializes in. So finding that blend of what you're good at versus what we can do right now as a team.
Well, I guess, and I agree with everything you just said. My only thing, though, is that, you're not worried about Quinn Ewers running, is my point.
You can still hand it off in an RPO.
Well, no, I get that, but I'm just saying, but you're not a threat to run. as a quarterback. Like, isn't that's part of the gig? Is that you're
that makes it 3-legged, but it can still be 2-legged. I'm handing it out for
I get all that, but I'm just saying, why not? I mean, at least with Arch, that's an aspect of his game. Like he can run the ball.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, and is RPO that complicated that Arch Manning can't run it?
Kids in high school run.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's my point. Is that I would think the RPO would be more effective or as effective with Arch Manning, considering that he can tuck it and run if need be.
I guess they just don't trust his decision making.
I guess not.
That's
but let's go ahead, but let's let him throw deep into triple coverage. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. Again, he's not going anywhere. Corey Mose made that very clear. Like the Manning family is set. Plus, you and I have heard from word around the campfire that he likes being at UT in more ways than one. So, I don't think he's going anywhere. Number 16.
I agree. They need to get a W today, though.
Oh, they got to get a dub. This TCU K-State game's been kind of interesting here.
Hasn't it? I haven't looked at it one time.
On the bottom of the screen here. So we'll keep you posted.
Well, John Mateer's ripping it, looking like Jalen Hurts right there.
Clearly, his hand is just fine.
Yeah,
because he's over here. RPOs, deep balls. John Mateer. Let me see how far I can throw the ball and just see what this thumb can do. Meanwhile, we just saw a guy. Well, no, that was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, I think they said he's up and moving now.
Thank God. Like who decides to put a
brick wall? Apparently, it's been there for over 100 years, and no one's ever gotten hurt like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, this isn't like something new that got put in.
That's fair.
It's like history, nostalgia.
What are the odds?
I think it
took 100 years for somebody to get hurt on the brick wall.
That's right behind. That's like putting a brick wall behind a basketball goal.
I mean, it's about 10 yards behind the.
But dudes, are running fast. Why even? No cushion.
None.
I haven't had a chance to talk to you since the Eagles-Giants game.
Well, we talked a little bit in the last segment.
Did we?
Well, I mean, that day, because the show, it ended during the last hour of our
good
show.
call. But now that some of the numbers have come out, when favored by more than 7 and you lose by 17 plus, because that's what happened to
That's exactly what happened.
They were 8.5-point favorites and lost by more than 17, which is just insane coming into it. The other 4 teams to do that was the Packers in 22 when they lost to the Jets, the Bucks in 22 when they lost to Carolina, the Patriots in 22 when they lost to Chicago, and the Jags in 23 when they lost to Houston since 2022.
Obviously 2022 was a big year for the upset.
Right? All 4 of those teams I just named, 0 playoff wins those years. Are the Eagles in jeopardy not of missing the playoffs? Because I do think they'll make the playoffs. I want to make that clear. Are they in jeopardy of not being real contenders after what you've seen this year?
I think this is where we get to see what Nick Sirianni can do. Okay? You and I, okay. And what's funny is we hinted at this before the on Wednesday. I think you and I talked about this because you've been, and I'll give you your props for this. You've been skeptical of the Eagles since day one, right? You've been very skeptical of their offense. My thing was, after watching them the last few games, was okay. Yes, you can win ugly. The Chiefs did it last year. I was counting on kind of just their pedigree, but at the same time, when you start to see the cracks in the foundation, it goes back to, all right, well, when they went to the Super Bowl, when they have a Super Bowl year, think about it. Their two offensive coordinators were Shane Steichen and Kellen Moore.
And Shane Steichen, who was given Anthony Richardson and Gardner Minshew, he won over 500% of his games with those guys. Like this guy had a 500 winning.
He didn't win over 500.
I think it was 16 and 13 overall with both of them mixed together.
With Anthony Richardson
and Gardner Minshew mixed
combined.
Together. Yeah, 16 and 13.
Well, no, well, but weren't they like 6 and 11 last year though? Like they were not good. Like Indianapolis was not good last year.
Just over the
2 years ago they couldn't have been that good because they drafted Anthony Richardson 3.
Yeah, I think Shane Steichen and Kellen Moore. Those are world class when it comes to offensive coordinators.
But when he had Flacco a couple years ago, they made the playoffs, right? And so my point, to your point,
got Danny Dimes.
That's what I'm saying. My point is Shane Steichen has proven himself to be a good offensive coordinator and a good NFL head coach, right? Like you give him a quarterback that's halfway decent, he can make some rain or chicken salad out of chicken. You know what? Kellen Moore. See what he's done this year over in New Orleans, right? Like they're not an easy out. Okay, we were convinced at the start of the year like that might be the worst team in football.
Very convinced.
Guess what? That's a competitive group, man. Yeah. And dare I say, Look, I'm not saying Spencer Rattler is suddenly a franchise quarterback, but he's serviceable.
It's not where like we have to get a quarterback for us even to be in games right now. He's serviceable. I think he's one of the 32 best quarterbacks playing right now. I don't think he's 32 out of 32.
I mean, he's 31 maybe, but
I could probably give you like 4.
No, I mean, you probably. I mean, look, nobody's.
And he's young, and we forget he's young. It's not like this guy's 33. He's like what, 26?
I mean, I will say this for Spencer Rattler. He's gotten better each year he's been. I mean, is this his second or third year in the league? I think it's third year, right?
I say third.
So he does look like, let's put it this way. Does he look like he could be in the league for the next 10, 12 years? Absolutely, right? Like whether it's a backup, spot starter, that type of thing. I mean, I think he's gonna find himself a home in the NFL when it's all
a lot
said
of backups have been doing that recently. Mac Jones, Sam Darnold.
It's not. I mean, it's funny you say that because, and you and I talked about this briefly the other day. It's like we're almost at this point, and we actually, and we're going to talk to our boy Chris McClain from WFNZ, the Mac and Bone show over there in Charlotte, talking all things Charlotte Panthers. Is there like a cottage industry now of quarterbacks who failed at one spot, but yet if I get him in the right system, he's still a serviceable, salvageable quarterback?
Right.
Like we're seeing that now, right? Like, and in some ways, like Geno kind of led the resurgence.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a couple other quarterbacks that we can think of over time that have done it. But in the last half decade to 7 years, we've seen like a cottage industry of Geno Smith,
Baker,
Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, right? Where guys have shown it. And I think the key is this. If a guy shows in his early stop that he shows flashes of being able to be good,
but maybe they're not winning football games,
but they're not doing it consistently, and then there's a lot of turnover, or the organization's dysfunctional. All right, like I'll tell you who the guy that really could be the poster child for this in some ways would be Alex Smith. Right, like Alex Smith was considered a bust, and of course it didn't help that in that same draft class, he's taken first overall, and then Aaron Rodgers, I think, was taken 24th that year. And of course, we all know, how how that career turned out. So my point in all that is that, again, we're at this place now where even if you flail out in your first place, if you show some sort of competence as a quarterback, if you get in the right spot, you might be able to make some hay. That said, bringing it all back to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Let's crash on them.
In the years that they win and they do well, they've got competent offensive coordinators.
Or a historic running game where Saquon runs for 2,000 yards, which obviously doesn't happen very often.
Well, but I think that. But I mean, it's not like he hasn't been there this year. So yeah. I mean, so what is Kevin Patullo doing differently than? I mean, again, it says something about Kellen Moore.
At what point? Who are you putting the blame on?
I mean, I'm going with the OC. Period. OC and Sirianni.
He's the only new guy, I guess.
He's the only new guy. I mean, look.
When do we put? Okay, how much do we put on Jalen Hurts? At some point, just going, hey, this isn't working.
Jalen Hurts deserves some blame. Let's not exonerate him. But all I'm going to say real quick before you get into that, think about it. In the last 2 games, all right, Thursday, our boy Saquon had 14 touches for the entire game.
It out, man.
Okay, 12 carries, two receptions. Game before that, he had 1 carry after the second half. Okay,
after the first half.
All right, I'm sorry, you're right. After the first half. So my point in all that is that, look, you didn't see Kellen Moore not feeding Saquon. So what is Kevin Patullo thinking that, we'll we got to make.
Is he listening to the media? Remember Drew Brees talks about how boring the offense is. We're not the only show saying how we don't like the Eagles' offense. Is he hearing that?
I'm telling you right now, I'm shipping out A.J. Brown.
And A.J. Brown, did you hear the audio of him the other day?
Oh, he said, I don't remember a meeting.
That was hilarious. So
and that hurts me because I have him on my fantasy team, but it's time to let him go. Like,
A.J. Brown, Saquon, and Jalen Hurts, it was very heavily documented when they had their loss the other week that they had a private meeting after the game, kind of kumbaya, whatever. Saquon was asked about it. Jalen Hurts was asked about it. They both confirmed the meeting happened.
Yeah.
Didn't share anything about the meeting. Yeah, we talked.
Which that's fine. I respect that.
Which is the pretty normal thing to do. A.J. Brown, and even if you go and watch the video, is kind of brushing up the question like, that didn't happen. I don't recall a meeting.
I don't recall a meeting.
And they go, well, you don't recall what was said, or you don't? And he just interrupts them. I don't recall a meeting. And
you got to get him out.
That's bringing more fuel to it. If he just said the meeting happened and nothing else, I promise you, nobody outside of Philadelphia would be even talking about the story 1 minute later. But okay, they had a meeting, cool. He made it a fire of going, I don't know what meeting, and you're disagreeing with the other 2 teammates. Y'all should have been on the same page.
Well, and you've been the most vocal diva on the football team, right?
Saquon and Jalen, we haven't heard very much outside of disgruntled and this
I
or
think
that.
I really believe that when Jalen Hurts is left to his own devices, he's a good quarterback.
Agreed.
But I think he's force-feeding A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
I think the offense is force-feeding A.J. Brown as opposed to Saquon Barkley, who they should be featuring. Because, again, like 3 years ago, for 3.5 quarters, Jalen Hurts outplayed Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Like it was one of the most incredible performances I've ever seen from an NFL quarterback. I mean, he was hitting dimes all game long.
That balanced running attack, though, then you're able.
And that was
the Chiefs are
that's
expecting a run,
right? And that was with Swift, I think was.
Oh, you're talking about the first
Super Bowl. The first Super Bowl when he was. He didn't outplay. I mean, hell, he was just. I mean, he didn't have to do much last year.
They were blowing him out. That defense.
Your defense was killing him. But to your point, okay. But that's the thing, right? Is that was the formula for last year, where it was like
dominant run game and dominant defense.
Complimentary, man. Play complimentary football. But when you start, and you and I were watching the game Thursday, I mean, he just stared down his receiver on that interception.
And the crazy part is he had A.J. Brown on a skinny post in the middle of the field with the closest guy maybe being 12 yards away. Wide open. But
so it's almost like he was like, I ain't throwing to him no matter what. I mean, and is he thinking? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
is he deciding before I don't know if it's deciding before the play. Benjamin Solik put out this tweet, and I thought this was interesting. To this point, Jalen Hurts is, when throwing 10 to 19 yards, so that intermediate routes, not the short stuff, not the deep heaves, is on 11% of his dropbacks. That is the lowest rate of any starter in the last 15 years. So he's not throwing the intermediate ball. It's check downs or he's heaving it down the field. And I don't know if that's a winning formula.
That's not. I don't know. I mean, this isn't Madden. Okay, you can't win that way. And so the moral of the story is this: you've got a Philadelphia team in flux. You've got a Washington Commander team that
can't stay healthy.
I think we can all agree is not as good as it was last year. You know, you're not sneaking up on anybody. And you've got a Giants team that suddenly has a little bit of mojo behind it.
Kind of any given Sunday with them.
Now, that schedule's tough, but nonetheless, I mean, again, they could. If
they're an unknown right now.
If Jackson Dart continues to play the way he is, because I'll tell you what, the one thing you can say about Brian Daboll is, while you can question him as a head coach, offensively, though, the guy knows some things offensively, right? And if you give him a quarterback that's worth a damn, he can mix some things up. Point in all that is this: what does this mean about your Dallas Cowboys? I'll tell you what it does mean. It means you better go win on Sunday. All right. It means you have zero margin for error when it comes to taking care of business against a lowly Carolina Panthers team. Interception. What'd I tell you? Flag coming. We'll see what that flag is. All right. Coming up next, we've got some audio from Stephen Jones. We've also got some shoddy audio as well, talking about the backups and when we might see Mr. Overshone, speaking of all things Texas. And we're going to get some of your phone calls as well. We've still got our Cowboys prediction to get to. Lots to get to. Don't go anywhere. This is 105 through the Fan.
The more time you give, the more our...
That you've got to forget something else to remember that Uber Eats has groceries.
No, that's absurd. Hey, remember when you used to be Pepper Lady? Pepper Lady?
Wasn't it Cinnamon Sisters?
Basil Babes.
Saffron Squad?
Nutmeg Maidens?
Paprika?
No.
Nutmeg Maidens.
I just said that. Was it Spice Girls?
Doesn't sound right.
Was it Saffron Squad?
say in order to remember something, you have to forget something else. Okay, now that is a very cute haircut. That's like a little shag. I've never seen it before.
Well, I mean, of course you have. It's the Rachel.
Oh, is that your name?
No, I mean like your name.
No, I'm Jen. My name's Jen.
Right, but I just mean like this is your haircut.
But that's hair on your head.
I'm not saying this is your hair.
Okay, freaking me out a little bit.
QC Kinetics 972-972-8610.
This next segment on the Fan After Dark is brought to you by the Frankels. If you've been injured in a car truck wreck, call Frankel first. 214-817-3333-3333. With Frankel & Frankel, there is never an out-of-pocket cost. They only get paid when you win. Frankel & Frankel, the go-to car and truck wreck attorneys in Dallas.
Appreciate that, Dylon. It is an absolutely gorgeous Saturday day today. Whether you're at the fair, you're catching the OU-UT game. We've got 5 of you brave souls that decided to text in. We'll read them all right now from the 785. Shout out to my Eastern Kansas folks. Fred, where are you watching the game at? Rock Chalk, baby. I am watching it at an undisclosed location, a.k.a. my apartment. From the 214, 17 plus, sounds like a shady subscription.
When did we say that?
I have no idea. I think you might be texting the wrong person.
It was whenever Blake was talking about the Eagles game where you were a 7-point favorite and they lose by 17 plus.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Dylon.
Look at that, good listening
Look at
skills.
you. See, there's a reason why you're number
It's
one.
almost like it's my job.
Good memory skills.
You know what? That's why he's number one in the power ranking for me. Who's your number one? Trevor?
Trevor.
Who doesn't like... Okay, real quick. Now, this could change a lot right here. This could change a lot right here. How do you feel about cologne?
I mean, I don't wear it. Take it or leave it.
I think you just dropped a shoe. From the 817, you are full of bleep. Hurts is not a good quarterback.
I feel like we just kind of pooed on him pretty hard right there.
I mean,
how much further does he have to go down?
He is a good quarterback. Is he a great quarterback? No.
If Jalen Hurts plays exactly how he plays, copy-paste for the rest of the season, does he fall out of your top 10 quarterbacks in the league? Like overall, not just for the season, just top 10 quarterbacks in the league, guys that I want on my team.
Yes. Yeah. If he continues to play like he is now, yeah.
Baker Mayfield's number.
Because he's not making it. Because you know what? And in fairness, I will say this about the 214, as far as him not being a good quarterback, he's not making people around him better.
No.
Right now. But at the same time, too, I do feel like Kevin Portillo, and I don't know if I'm saying his last name.
I think it's Patullo. But we'll call him Portillo.
We're calling him Portillo. You know what? We're calling him Kevin Ruben Portillo, the offensive coordinator. Although I think Ruben would be a better offensive coordinator than this Kevin guy. You've got all these weapons at your disposal.
So many. We say it every year.
But he's like, let's just run the tush push 75 times. I mean, what? And
be offsides every time.
Be offsides or false starting. And then 862 said, so we're not going to act like Devontae Smith is not unhappy either. He reiterated what AJ said, but in a more PC way. Then was seen covering his mouth talking to AJ and a wide receiver coach.
No, I think that's happening, but we just, one, don't care as much. He's the two. AJ's a lot more demonstrative with his emotions. I mean, you said it in the text, he said it in a PC way. We know that probably everyone there is not happy.
Devontae's a very matter-of-fact about his business. Yeah. He'd rather let
There's a reason it's not hitting the news.
Look, this is the same guy that bought like a $250,000 house, and people asked him why he didn't buy some mansion. He's like, I live in a nice neighborhood, and I don't need a exorbitant house, right? I mean, that's Devontae Smith for you. And I'm not going to read anything into him putting his mouth over his hand over his mouth. That'd be incredible if he put his hand over his mouth. Him putting every coach does that. Like, that's coaching that's players 101. Anytime you see guys on the sideline when they're saying something they shouldn't be saying, they put their hand over their mouth.
Someone said Hurts has had 100 coordinators.
And again, I'm not going to.
So is Baker. Baker gets a new one every year.
I mean, look, is Baker a better pure quarterback than Jalen Hurts? 100%.
But like, these are reasons like this. Most people, if you said it before the season, wouldn't agree with you. I would agree with you. But if you said if who's the better quarterback, just in general, people would say Hurts before Baker. A lot of people.
No, anybody thinks that's tripping.
I agree.
Because here's the thing: you could put Baker on that Philly team and not miss a beat.
They would be better.
In fact, they would be. I mean, A.J. Brown, you'd never hear a peep out of him because he'd be eaten. I mean,
and Baker does that with Bucky Irving in the backfield. It's not like he's got some scrub back there and they just air it out 100 times a game.
I mean, look at what Ibuka's doing right now.
Oh, man. And he's going to have to do a lot this game, because no Mike Evans, no Godwin, and no Bucky.
Is Godwin
Irving.
out again?
Yeah, Godwin's out again.
Shocking.
So it's literally just Ibuka and the Pips out there. And Rashad White, I guess.
How the heck did Blake pronounce demonstrative?
Demonstrative. When did I say that?
I don't know.
We got some audio to play.
We do have some audio. All right, Stephen Jones, who was on, what was he on, G-Bag, KNC, this week. I want to say he was on G-Bag. I was out of town yesterday, guys.
Dude, have you seen the clips of Bobby at the wedding? Please tell me you've seen them.
So when I first saw the clip of him in a suit, I was like, what are we watching here? I think it was like Wolchuk, or no, it was Chiafalo. Chiafalo tweets out the picture of him walking, and he goes, look at my man.
Standing tall in the pocket?
Standing tall in the pocket. And I was like, what are we looking at here? And then when you see the guy walk closer, you're like, wait a minute, is that Bobby in a suit? He looked good in a suit.
Shaved his beard. No beard.
Well, he trimmed it, right?
Yeah.
He trimmed it. No, and I think that's what threw me off.
It was just funny because Sean Sharif quoted the tweet and said, Bobby's walking like every blade of grass
That
could
was
detonate a bomb.
No, he did look. I mean, look, Bobby didn't wear a lot of suits, so I certainly get that. All right, so this is what. So obviously, after Thursday night, now the reality is this: your Cowboys, the NFC East looks suddenly a lot more attainable.
Yeah,
like before the year started.
Honestly, to any team. I don't
suggest. Well, I mean, let's call it what it is. Right now, Dak Prescott's playing the best quarterback of anybody in the division.
100%.
Okay, you're better than Jaden Daniels right now. You're better than Jackson Dart, and you're light years ahead of where Jalen Hurts is. Okay, that's not hyperbole. It's not being a homer. That's a fact. All right, Dak Prescott's playing some of the best football of his life right now. And when you consider what this offense is doing in the midst of all the injuries, I tell you what, Mateer, what a throw. In the midst of all the injuries, in the midst of everything that's gone on so far this year, you say to yourself, like, all right, like, maybe this team can make a run. Maybe this team can win its division. Maybe this team, maybe the idea of winning now doesn't seem, because what changes the narrative every time, and you and I talked about this earlier in the week, when you have a top 5 offense,
it's kind of any given Sunday.
You think anything's possible, right? Like, okay, my defense may be awful, but if my offense has the ball at the end of the game, and all we need is Dak to take us down the field to win a game, because and I listened to it. I was able to catch a little bit of Sean and Bobby yesterday morning on my way to catch my flight, and it suddenly and they talked about this. When you talk about win now, and I had my thought and it just left me, but my point was this. Now, all of a sudden, with having a top 5 offense, it's like, look, maybe we just do need to make 1 or 2 simple moves on the defense. And those 4 first-round picks that we have, and the idea that winning now, which seemed foreign and totally out of touch before the year started, now all of a sudden, 5 weeks into the season, it's like, well, wait a minute.
We've got the best offense in the division.
Oh,
and the division's open.
You might have the best offense in the NFC.
Yeah, you've got one of the best offenses in the entire NFL, so definitely in your division, and nobody's pulled away. The Eagles were the top dog, and they look, on a week-to-week basis, they have not looked good. They're either they win and they don't look good, or they lose and they look really bad.
Yeah.
The Commanders have had injury issues, and they're trying to get back on the up and up. The Giants, I don't think anyone takes them too seriously, but they're going to obviously be a tough out. So if you're the Cowboys, if you're a Cowboys fan at home, if you're Jerry and Steven, you're definitely not counting yourself out. And I know I said before the season, I said, like, I don't know, 7-8 wins.
Yeah.
You're not going to really be competitive. You're going to have one of the worst defenses. And after 3 weeks, I felt pretty confident about that. But now once you tie the Packers, you beat the Jets pretty handily. I know they had some points to make a look score. Moving forward, like you said, with this top 5 offense, it just gives you a ceiling that you can do whatever you want on any given Sunday. And that's what you're doing this without CeeDee Lamb. You're doing this with backup O-linemen.
Yeah.
You're about to get your best linebacker back. You're about to hopefully get some reinforcements in the secondary.
Around the bye.
And all of the defensive ranks when you were like 32 out of 32 for the first 3 weeks, that was true. It was you and the Panthers or you and the Dolphins.
You and the Dolphins.
Just going back and forth. Now it's the Ravens are worse than you.
Yeah.
You can maybe even say the Titans are worse than you. Like you
can absolutely say
you're starting to, in a good way, go get away from the worst defense in the league.
Although you
like,
don't have a Jeffrey Simmons, though.
You don't have a Jeffrey Simmons, but I wouldn't say
cool if you did.
I wouldn't say they're 32 out of 32 as far as defenses go. Now you're hovering closer to 20 to 23 now.
Well, we're getting there, right? And you can change a lot with tomorrow's game.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can, I mean, tomorrow's game looms so large, but before we get, Blake and I will discuss that here in just a second. But here's what Steven had to say about, okay, does after watching Thursday night change the thought process on, do you go make a move?
I think you're off base, Brian. I think only in the fact that we believe in this team. And if the right opportunity were there, sitting there today to do something, then we would pull the trigger. We have that kind of confidence in our team and, really like where we're headed right now. As you know, sometimes opportunities don't become available till other teams, I don't know. I guess I'll use the term until they're ready to mail it in and, basically say, hey, we're out of this thing this year. And it's still the first third of the season. So we got a lot of football to play, and a lot of teams are far from mailing it in. So they're not willing to, part with somebody, thinking, it's probably not going to be our year this year. And so, we're always looking for opportunity to make this team better. And if we saw a great situation that would really improve it even more so, then we would be all over it.
On one hand, I don't dispute the idea that, hey, once teams are out and done, then you can go ahead and start pilfering or seeing what they got. But I don't know that you can afford to wait that long.
Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns, Panthers, Titans, Giants, Jets, and Saints are at the bottom. Those would be the teams that are closest to being out of it, just record-wise.
And by the way, all conversations and interviews with Jerry Jones, Shoddy, and Stephen Jones are brought to you by Window Nation. So,
dude, you should have heard me ripping the promos yesterday. That email is so long.
I mean, I read it the other day.
I know, but I read it and I was like, I was probably going for like 3 minutes.
Did you have to stop and pace yourself and take a break?
At one point,
Part 2 of the when we come back, where will we be this Saturday? We'll tell you that and more next. Don't go anywhere.
I kind of just turned my mic off and took like swig. Yeah, a big gasp of air, and then I finished. And
it's not for the faint of heart, man.
Brennan was just smiling at me.
See, the one's not as easy as it looks. Just because I make it look easy doesn't mean that it is.
Here we
get that
go.
straight. Let's get that straight. I had to say it. I had to say it.
First time on the one yesterday.
I'm just glad I was able to get a call in. Told him on the telephone yesterday.
We wanted to rebuttal, but you mic dropped us yesterday.
Yeah, because I know how to call. Okay. And I know.
So do our callers.
No, they do. Absolutely. I'm the same way.
And we took callers last night.
I know you did. Why do you think I called? You think I just randomly? You think I have that much of an ego that let me call in my own show even though they're not doing calls?
Oh, I forgot. You did call during the Tolos.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. See, I Tolo. I Tolo even out of town.
So did you hear the other people before you?
No. I caught like a little bit of it, and then because me and my son were driving to Hooters. By the way, fall from grace.
Yeah. They're trying to do like this new family friendly thing.
You know what? I mean, what's no.
There's plenty of restaurants for that.
Dude.
Only pretty much 95% of other restaurants are family friendly.
Look, we were there last night, and my hometown is terrible. All right. I mean, I'll be the first to tell you. Topeka, Kansas is a great place to be from. No one's flocking to move to Topeka, Kansas. All right. And for obvious reasons. By the way, at some point during today's show, do I have a possible sexual harassment suit against TSA? And I'm going to tell you why. Why is it when I flew to Kansas City yesterday, all right, I was wearing black shorts and my black shirt that's my son's high school football team, all right, and it was a 24-hour trip, so I took nothing with me. Tell me why on my way back today, they said, "Oh, you've got they when you go through the machine or whatever. Again, same outfit as yesterday, nothing different. I go through the TSA yesterday, walk on through, no problem. Walk through this morning, they've got a red square over my crotch. Guy goes, 'We're going to have to pat you down, sir.' I go, what are we doing here? He goes,
like off to the side?
He said, you want to do this in a private room? I said, no, let's just do it right here, pal. Let's just do it right here. And my man straight groped me in front of everybody. I said, do we get a cigarette after this or what? What do we do?
You said that to him?
Damn right I did.
Was he like laughing? Was he awkward?
No, he was dead. I mean, he was all business. Back of my hand.
Right, just back.
Just letting you know.
No, ain't nothing's going to poke me down here, right? Not sharp. Not sharp.
You want to do this in a private room? No. Go
Actually,
ahead.
no.
No. Right here in front of everybody.
Everybody get your phones out. As this
Do
officer.
you see what they're doing to me right now? Do you see what's being done here? What are we talking about?
I had that happen to me once, but I was actually getting arrested. Coming up next on the Fan After Dark, what are we doing?
What does Shoddy tell the backups?
Yeah, there you go.
What does Shoddy tell the backups? And when is DeMarvion Overshone coming back? Inquiring minds want to know. Don't go anywhere.
Get that end zone dance ready. Football.
must be breaking Cowboys news from Stephen Jones on the Fan.
Attrition will get you. And we just, found out we're going to lose Sanders for the year, our running back.
Thanks for that news. Miles Sanders out for the year. That's tough for him, but thank you for the news.
We bring you the latest Cowboys news with Stephen Jones Mondays at noon and Fridays at 3 on your home of the boys, 105.3 The Fan.
This next segment of the Fan After Dark is brought to you by Classic Chevrolet. If you're in the market to upgrade your vehicle, get to Classic Chevrolet in Grapevine. Back-to-back #1 Chevy dealership in the world. They've got more new Chevys than anyone, all priced to sell. Visit ClassicChevrolet.com. This is Texas. This is Classic Chevrolet. Together, let's drive, relax, and enjoy the difference based on new Chevy registrations 2023 and 2024.
Well, I know at least one person who's not watching Texas OU. My God, I didn't know we were going to argue about.
Oh, come on.
Wingo! Everybody's favorite Wingo.
That was Wisner.
That's Wisner.
Yep. Nice.
Wingo, Wisner. Yeah. I didn't hear you correcting me.
Well, I didn't see the play.
Whatever, bro. We were sitting there yelling at the same time.
I just saw him taking off.
Whatever, bro.
I didn't see him in the backfield.
Whatever. I thought Wingo was 5.
No.
Not a Texas ball knower.
It's okay. I mean, I don't try to memorize college football numbers. I
do.
Okay, who's 14 on Kansas?
Anyway, Kevin Pritchard, that's who. Kevin Pritchard.
They play for the Celtics?
1988 national championship team. Also GM of the Pacers, by the way, in case you were wondering. So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yeah. This guy's fact checking you now.
Dude, yeah, what's he saying? Oh,
we need to let him call in. Y'all need to,
call in since you know so damn much. Like, I mean, like I haven't said hours worth of radio since then. It's like, okay. So I said that A.J. Brown was a top 5 wide receiver before the season started. So, okay. Like,
I think that was pretty general consensus. It's not like that's a hot take to have A.J. in the top 5.
I mean, I had him at number 5. Like, I mean, so what? Okay, tell you what.
I think I had him at 7.
And here's my thing. Okay, and Puka. All right, well, I'll tell you what. Put Puka in Philly with Jalen Hurts, and put A.J. Brown with Matt Stafford and our boy
Devontae
Sean
Adams.
McVay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and see what he looks like. Hell, put him in Kansas City with Mahomes. I mean, give me a break, dude. Like, okay, I mean that's your gotcha. You said that A.J. Brown was top 5. Okay, great. Well, you win. Tell him what he's won, an air high five. All right, let's see. Shoddy. The backups have done a remarkable job so far this year through the first 5 games. All right, especially when you consider whether it's been wide receivers, Ryan Flanoy, whether it's been Brock Hoffman, T.J. Bass. Now, defensively, not so much. But you know,
I was thinking about the offensive side when he answers this question.
Look, it's only the offense. Okay, I mean, you could maybe say Wanye Thomas for a hot minute, but that would be about it because it sure as hell ain't Kyrie Elam. All right. I will say this: Reddy Stewart has been okay. All right, has been a solid addition. I'll put it to this way: he's been your best addition on the defensive side of the football.
We're not hearing his name. That's a good thing. As a DB.
No.
When your name's not getting called.
So for what that's worth, TCU finally gets on the board as well. But this is our boy Shoddy talking to the backups and when the starters do come back.
They understand it. It's having a hard conversation. It's explaining to them, hey, look, you've done a really good job. You've maximized your opportunities. We're so proud of you for that. We just see it's such a bright future for you. But I really do believe in the old adage that, you shouldn't lose a starting job because of an injury. Now, I do believe this. I mean, if you go in and you perform well when someone's out with an injury, you earn more playing time. Doesn't mean you have to start. Doesn't mean that you have to take someone's job. But, again, if you believe in the mantra, which we do, of compete every day and, trying to be the best version of yourself every day in practice and every day in games, you earn more opportunities, not necessarily a starting job.
I'll react to this quickly and reiterate what I said yesterday, and then I'll let you have the floor. That's the kind of coach I want to play for. Because to me, that was one of my favorite Shoddy answers.
Yeah.
Because he could have just give a coach speak of, it's part of the business and it is what it is. But he kind of got candid at the end and was like, I'm not guaranteeing you a starting spot, but if you play well, I'd be dumb to not give you more snaps, to not have you on the field. So when I hear that comment, I think of Ryan Flanoy. Not in comparison to Pickens or CD, because CD's hurt that all of a sudden you're not going to get snaps or anything.
Yeah.
But I think of Jalen Tolbert. He's like, hey, I got to give these snaps to somebody, and you're showing me that you should be on the field more. So I thought
But
that was
easy, though, right? Like, here's the thing, though, too, though, the caveat to his answer, all right? And why I think this is interesting, and this is where I would love to follow up with him on this. So his dad was a believer in that as well, that you don't lose your starting position to injury, right? And ultimately it cost the Chiefs a potential Super Bowl run because you took Elvis Gerbach back in, I think this was 95, was the quarterback, was just okay. He gets hurt. Rich Gannon comes in and rattles off 5 in a row. The Chiefs are the hottest team in football. Elvis Gerbach comes in right when the playoffs start. He benches Gannon and puts Gerbach back in, and they lose the first week of the playoffs.
And it's definitely a harder thing at quarterback.
It's exactly right, and that's the thing. Like, so right now it's easy to do because, okay, Flanoy, like, okay, you're going to drop from being 2 to 3, and no one's going to argue with if you get more reps over. Look, I wouldn't argue with him getting more reps over Turpin, and I wouldn't argue with him getting more reps. No one outside of Tolbert's house is arguing about him getting more reps than Jalen Tolbert.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
what about the offensive line?
That's where I was going to go next. You might have an argument that, well, maybe,
other than Tyler Smith, that's the only guy that as soon as he comes back,
to me, Tyler Smith's the only dude. I mean, look, I like Cooper Beebe.
Yeah.
And I like Tyler Booker.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what.
But that might be long. We got to remember, these guys are still young. This is first and second year guys.
They're very young, right? And so if tell you what, if the Cowboys go out there tomorrow and do the same thing to the Carolina Panthers that they did to the New York Jets,
especially that first half,
and it's a demonstrative showing for 4 quarters, and they win 33 to or 34 to 17 or 34 to 20 or something like that. Offensive line looks good again. Grading along the way, just road grading along the way. Maybe you do, and maybe it's one of those things where you say, okay, kind of like what we were talking. We heard this the other day, where with Tony Romo when he thought he was coming back with Dak, and then Dak kept winning. Okay, we're gonna have you come back next week. Oh, we're gonna, or kind of like what Troy Aikman had to go through with Steve Berline. We're gonna have you come back next week. Maybe that is it, and that's a good problem to have.
It's gonna happen right now. Can you think of one NFC team that's gonna happen to this year? That exact situation. It's currently happening, kind of.
Oh, where the backup's balling and
when should we bring back the starter? You can't think of the team? Red. Yep. Red team. Red and gold.
Who the Commanders?
No.
Who?
49ers.
Oh.
With Mac and Brock right now. That's kind of the situation you're talking about right now. Where Mac Jones has played better than him in every single game. Brock's kind of nursing an injury. When do we bring him back? We brought him back early last time and he looked terrible. And then Mac beats the Rams on the road.
Mac Jones, though, you're kind of waiting for the next shoe to drop, though.
Yeah.
Right? Like, now, look, I think you're going to have a problem again if Mac keeps playing well.
Like, if he wins the next 2 games, do you just go until he loses? We're not going to pull him? Or is he going to be 6-0 and get pulled for Brock Purdy, who's been injured all season?
I mean, if he's still balling.
Is that an awkward conversation? Brock, you're riding the bench this year because the backup's balling? Or as soon as Mac's healthy, do you just put him in? Or, excuse me, as soon as Brock Purdy's healthy, do you just put him in?
I think you put him back in. It's not like he was playing poorly before he got hurt.
He hasn't really played great at all this year.
But they were, 2-0?
Yeah.
When he was before he got hurt?
I think he still had 3 turnovers in those 2 games. Like, he's been having turnover problems the entire year.
I mean, that's what you got when you get a 5'11",
Mac Jones,
90 quarterback.
What does Mac Jones have? 1? If he either has 1 or no turnovers, he's been on fire.
Oh no! Look, I mean, Mac Jones is Mac Jones is a bigger Brock Purdy. I mean, if we're being honest,
a little less athletic. Definitely a statue in the pocket. Brock will take
Purdy. Purdy can move a little bit. I'll give you that. I mean, Purdy can make a guy miss here and there, but that might be part of his problem. You know,
little Avery Johnson. That's not. I mean, not Avery Johnson's moving all the time.
Come on, Avery Johnson. Don't piss his dad off.
Yeah,
he'll beat up his own son.
He'll beat up his own son. I was just.
What's that tell you? What's that? I mean,
that's a dog.
What's that say about you? You'll beat up your own kid in the parking lot.
OU's defense just clamping down when it matters. Bend don't break. Makes a huge 3rd and goal stop on a Arch Manning scramble. Tries to hit the Parker Livingston in the back of the end zone and broken up by OU on 3rd and goal. So I'm assuming we're going to see a field goal here to make it 6-3.
That's a tough throw across his body.
It's in a good spot.
I mean, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
You're just hoping your receiver makes a play.
That was a great defensive play, too. Yeah. I mean, it was a tough throw. I mean, but I'll tell you what, probably one of the best throws I've seen Arch make as far as just from a velocity standpoint. Mm-hmm. All right, hour and a half in the books. We're going to try Tillis on the telephone next, okay? Now, I have zero expectations for this, all right? 3 to 5 callers, all right? Now, there is 4.5 minutes left to go in the first half. So, hey, we'll play it by ear. 877-881-1053. So while we're waiting, we will give our Cowboy predictions, okay? We will give our Cowboy predictions next. 877-881-1053. That's the phone number. Cowboy prediction for tomorrow, and you've got 30 seconds to wax poetic on whatever you want to wax poetic about.
Take us with you wherever you...
very cute haircut. That's like a little shag. I've never seen it before. Well, I mean, of course you have. It's the Rachel. Oh, is that your name? No, I mean, like your name. No, I'm Jack. My name's Jack. Right, but I just mean like this is your haircut. But that's not your hair. I'm not saying this is your hair.
You've got to forget something else to remember that Uber Eats has groceries.
Nah, that's absurd. Hey, remember when you used to be a, what was it, pepper lady?
Old beaters. Mateer looks like his hand's jacked up. I mean, he hasn't been great from what I've a little bit that I've been able to glean so far.
The fact that he's ran the ball 7 times with a broken hand that just got surgically repaired.
Just carry it in the left hand,
I guess.
Carry it in the left. Is this part of our new bed music we got going on here? Is this a little Metallica that's jamming out right now?
Yes.
By the way, K-State with another touchdown. They're now up 13-7, pending the extra point over the Texas Christian University Horned Frog.
Should we start calling people by their actual name instead of the abbreviation?
So should we just start calling you David?
All right. That's too far. That's too far.
I mean, you said should we start calling people by their actual names?
I mean, do we already do that? SMU is abbreviated. TCU is abbreviated. How many other big-time schools do we abbreviate?
I'll tell you what, that's an extra credit segment right there. You just take some abbreviations.
I mean, FIU, do we consider Florida International?
Yeah, you hear Florida International every once in a while.
That's because there's like 17 Florida schools.
That's not the most uncommon thing. UCF, USF.
Yeah, that's my point. You got a gazillion of them. We don't have anybody. No, the Tolos are busy right now. I'll tell you what. Here's the deal.
I forgot this was Tolos on the telephone.
Halftime's in 10 seconds. Okay, halftime starts in 10 seconds. I expect us to get at least 3 or 4 calls.
I'm gonna set the bar at 2.
I'll say 3.
If we get 2 calls, it'll be a happy Saturday for me.
I think we'll get 3.
This is a banger playing in the background.
I think we'll get 3. 6-3.
Do you know this song?
I mean, I know of it.
You don't know the name?
I don't know the name of it. Is this Master of Puppets or something like that?
No.
Or is that? I think that's the album.
No. What's the name of this one? I don't remember the name.
It is Master of Puppets.
Is it? There you go.
Oh, I mean, now you're going to poo all over my suggestion and you don't even know?
Indiana and Oregon tied 10-10. Got to start the second half.
You're such a gaslighter. By the way, my sister So my sister's a year younger than me, and she's got a 12-year-old daughter. Actually, I think she's like 13 now. And apparently her daughter keeps telling her that she rage baits her. And my sister told her, I'm going to show you what rage baiting is.
Arkansas is up on Tennessee right now, 10-7.
Tennessee, 10. Oh, we've got our first caller.
Did we?
So one person has answered the call, pun intended. I said 3. Oh, look at Mateer with he's intercepted. The second pick of the day.
Same player.
All right, so there you go. We're going to go into halftime. Oklahoma, Boomer, 6. UT, hook 'em, Horns, 3. All right, so 6-3 is the score going into halftime. Let's go out to Josh in Mansfield. What's up, Josh in Mansfield?
Hey, you said you wouldn't call. Or said nobody would call. I'm calling. How are y'all today?
Man, we're doing fantastic. How are you?
Doing better now.
I'm good. Yeah, I got this game on. I just went to halftime, and it's got to tell you, it's a low-scoring snooze fest.
Yep.
I'll tell you.
It is.
Does Mateer look hurt from your TV screen?
Yes, it does, man.
He doesn't look 100%, does he?
No way. If it was, there would be a lot more points on the board than 9 total. This is I should have just stayed where I was. I was at the TX Distillery, and I was having a good time. I was like, I got to go because I'm going to go catch this game, and I should have just hung out.
That's all good. So, hey, look, man, you're doing the Lord's work over there at your house. All right, what you got? Who's your prediction for tomorrow?
For the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Cowboys. I don't think Carolina is really all that good, and they're having trouble, especially with back-to-back games when they come off of a solid game like they had last week. They kind of dip. You can check their history. They suck after a good game, so They got the Cowboys next. So, yeah, that's my prediction.
Okay, so give me a score.
I'm going to say 31 Cowboys, 13 Panthers.
Ooh, all right. And then last but not least, Josh in Mansfield, who wins UTOU?
Oh, this game on right now, I'm going to have to say the ranked Sooners, the undefeated ranked Sooners are going to stay undefeated.
I love it. Josh in Mansfield's a great call from you as always, my friend. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, appreciate it. Enjoy your day.
Thank you. All right, one down.
What a respectful caller.
What a guy. That's the kind of callers we have here on 105 The Fan.
What kind of caller would you be calling into another show? Like if you're back at home in KC?
You heard me. The kind of call that you got from me last night. That's the way I call.
And just hang up. Not how you guys doing.
Why do you think I say? Why do you think I tell the
He says every day,
callers?
don't ask us how we're doing. We're doing well.
How we're doing.
You need to tap into that emotional side.
No, I don't. We're not. Go. Look.
This guy's trying to run an ad. Just do it. I mean, just stop even looking at me, caring about me, talking about.
I don't care, and I get it. Some people are not Jim Rome fans. Oh, he's obnoxious. He's a this. He's a that. Look, I'm a Jim Rome guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in this business because of Jim Rome. All right, listen to Jim growing up. I was like, I want to do what he does.
I thought the same, but it was just watching you, listening to you on the radio, and I said, I want to be a radio broadcaster one day.
You're such a liar and a rage baiter and a gaslighter. I'm not going to stand for it. But his thing was, have a take, don't suck. Don't come in, don't start hemming and hawing. Like, come in, soon as that mic goes hot, start with your take.
People are a little nervous. Sometimes they just need a feeler. How you guys doing? Okay.
No, we don't, because that prolongs that could turn into 30 seconds of just rigmarole.
I will say,
get to the point.
I'm very bad at ending phone calls. I don't know if you've learned this in the 2-3 years.
No, you are.
I'm very awkward when the phone calls.
Or you just hang up. That's literally you. And you know what? I've learned after talking to you. That's A-okay.
I'm not a bye. See you later. Have a good day.
All right, I gotta go click. All right, let's go to Tim and Glen Rose. Tim and Glen Rose. What's up, Tim and Glen Rose?
What's up, fellas?
Living the dream. What you got?
So, I just want to talk about UT for a minute, the Longhorns. Sure. I don't think they've been truthful with us. I feel a little like they've been hiding some stuff. Arch Manning is the epitome of getting somebody for name, image, and likeness, because that's all he's doing is getting that. He is not ready. He looks. I know that the Longhorns got a bunch of new guys in there on the offensive line, but I just expect more, and I feel very disappointed. I'm a big Longhorn fan. I'm not the only one. My friends are the same way. We just feel like we've been cheated a little bit. What do y'all think?
See, I'll tell you what, I don't necessarily agree with that, and I'll share it with you on the other side. Do you have a Cowboys prediction for tomorrow?
31-20 Cowboys.
Ooh, I love it. Okay, 31-20 Cowboys. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's get to our appreciate the call, Tim, and I'm guessing you think UT's going to win in the second half. I'll tell you what.
13-10, 13-10, or 16-13.
16-13 Longhorns. Okay, I like it. Good call, Tim. I appreciate you, man. Feel free to call in anytime. All right, so as far as your point when it comes to Arch Manning, and this was something that we brought up with Corey Mose on Thursday, and I strongly urge each and every one of you, after the show's over, of course, to, if you don't, if you aren't a subscriber to the Odyssey app, go do it, or you can go to our YouTube page as well, the 105 The Fan YouTube page, and listen to the interview there. He made a great point because, first of all, nobody's better plugged in as far as all things UT than Corey Mose. He works for KVUE there, but he made a great point. He said, look, this has been the plan all along. Like, the Manning family knew that there was going to be some growing pains when it came to Arch Manning.
It's the media and AP polls and number one and Heisman.
Well, it's
and the
UT number one, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's UT, which is its own. I mean, UT is a national major big brand, okay?
Yep.
You've come off 2 years in a row of making the playoffs, all right? And you've had Quinn Ewers, who, oh, by the way, I think we've now kind of realized maybe we poo-pooed Quinn Ewers a little bit too much, and we were preying on his downfall just a little too fast.
Because you saw the ceiling, and with Arch, it felt like there wasn't a ceiling. It was like, this guy could run, throw. He's a Manning.
Right.
What the only thing he's got to do is learn the offense.
You thought he was a mobile Peyton.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's what we were thinking. Like, oh, we're getting a mobile Peyton Manning. Oh, my God, watch out.
Put him in right now.
And the reality is that he's not. I mean, he's
not
mobile.
Yet. Not yet.
But not yet, and that's the thing is that
because they show the stats of where his uncles were in their first couple years of their career. They weren't world beaters the moment they stepped in. They took some tough losses, and got behind it eventually. But there's just it's social media.
The hype machine doesn't end.
We see every step. I mean, shout out to Corey Mose, but to disadvantage of Arch, we see him practicing. We see him talking after practice. Like there's no missed moments. So we're seeing the shortcomings as well as obviously the good stuff. Back in the day, you have a slow start. It's obviously it's still going to be news, but we forget about it the next day, or there's something else. It feels like with now, you can't make a wrong move without everyone in the world knowing about it.
Well, and just the hype was just. I mean, it was. I'm not gonna say it was insurmountable, but it sure feels like it. All right, I was right. Call number 3, Chad in Dallas. Let's go. What's up, Chad?
What's going on, brothers? How are y'all doing?
Feeling fantastic, Chad. How are you doing on this Saturday?
I'm not doing good. My Florida State Seminoles got beat by Pitt Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you guys are. I don't want to say stick a fork in you, but I'll tell you what, we're sharpening it up. That's for sure.
We're on downtrend is what we're doing right now.
Yep.
Man, that's 2 years in a row, though, player. I mean, what are we doing? I mean, are we on the Mike Norvell train, or what are we doing?
We got to get rid of him.
We'll send it to this. We'll send this audio to his office.
This Texas team, they're about to beat OU.
Okay. All right.
What's making you say that? What are you seeing?
Because the defense. This is a whole defensive thing, and we have one of the best defenses in the nation.
Okay. All right. So UT wins. Give me a score.
Let's go. I can't even. I can't do good math.
Tim and Glen Rose has UT coming back and winning 16-13.
I'll do that.
Okay. I love it. 16-13. We'll second that, and then give us your score for tomorrow.
Cowboys.
I like the 31-13.
31-13. I'll tell you what, I like your style there, Chad. I'll tell you what, my man. You hear something good and you run with it. That's why you're a Fan After Dark fan. I love it. Chad, have yourself a wonderful rest of your weekend, and be sure to tune in on Monday night.
I will.
Thank you, sir. All right, there you have it. 3 calls. What'd I tell you? Well, I told you we'd get 3.
I like Chad. He's to the point.
Chad's to the point, man. What? There's another score? Let's go with it. Let's go with it. What? What'd he say? 16-30? Sounds good to me. Chad, no nonsense. No nonsense kind of guy. All right, coming up next, let's talk about these Carolina Panthers. We had our boy Cole Bryson on the other day. He had some great stuff. Let's talk to Mr. Chris McClain from the Mac and T-Bone show over there on WFNZ in Charlotte, talking all things Carolina Panthers.
Our goal is to have you winning every sports debate with your buds. We'll do the homework. You just... Patriots has Lola V bottle? I never remember that.
You know, they say in order to remember something, you have to forget something else. Okay, now that is a very cute one. That's like a little shag. I've never seen it before. Well, wait a minute. Storytell. Oh, is that your name? No, what is your name? No, I'm Jack. My name's Jack. Right, but I just know this is your hair. That's hair in your hair. I'm not saying this is your hair.
Or visit ncpgambling.org.
This next segment of the Fan After Dark is brought to you by Classic Chevrolet. It's actually brought to you by the Frankels. If you've been injured in a car or truck wreck, call Frankel first, 214-817-333-3333. With Frankel and Frankel, there's never an out-of-pocket cost. They only get paid when you win. Frankel and Frankel, the go-to car and truck wreck attorneys in Dallas.
Welcome back into Fan After Dark on a Saturday afternoon. T-minus 1 hour for us, and then we wrap this thing up. What's the game that's coming up after us, Dylon?
Texas A&M and
that's right.
the Florida Gators, I believe.
A&M in Florida. There was a horrible thing that a banner that somebody at Texas A&M had desecrated, saying some not very nice things about DJ Lagway. College kids. That's
not nice.
Okay.
I didn't see it, but I'll sure you show me after the break.
It's on the internet, so it's got to be true. Let's jump out to the D&M Leasing Hotline. Welcome to the program. I'll tell you what, this guy is a testament to everything that's right about sports radio. My man's been at the same radio station for 21 years, which basically makes him a unicorn in a lot of ways. Mr. Chris McLean of the Mac and Bone Show over there on WFNZ. Chris, first and foremost, thank you for taking time out of your busy Saturday afternoon to talk a little ball with us, a little Carolina Panthers. I got to ask you first, though, as somebody who's done a little radio for longer than a little bit, how the hell have you lasted 21 years at the same station?
First, I'm a testament to insanity. How have I lasted all this time with horrible Charlotte sports? That's what I'm.
Well, that's a fair question. Shout out to you, my man. Shout out to you. Do you have the answer? Because look, I'll tell you what. My young co-host here, Mr. Blake Elliott, obviously he's a LeBron guy. I'm 44, so as you might guess, I'm a Michael Jordan guy. How in the hell did MJ, the GOAT, as far as I'm concerned, how was he such a horrible owner?
The GOAT was a little cheap. Like, he's got all the money in the world, but he was a little cheap when it came to paying coaches, when it came to paying the staff. Didn't want to touch the luxury tax. I guess don't blame him. It wasn't like the team was ever worth going there. But the thing that killed me, and now we're really talking about the fun days of Charlotte sports.
Yeah.
The thing that killed me is this dude on the court was like the greatest competitor we've ever seen.
Yeah.
You never got the feeling it was killing him, like winning like 20-something games every season. That's what got me the most.
That's a great point. That is a great. Okay, fair enough. Well, I'll tell you what's killing me is and we talked to one of your guys over there in the area, Cole Bryson, the other day, and look, you've got a Carolina team that Dan Morgan GM, Dave Tepper, who is, has got more money than probably he even knows what to do with. Now, we do know there's a salary cap in the NFL, but it just seems like I don't know what to make of the direction the Carolina Panthers are going right now.
It's hard to make. First of all, this year's team, 5 games in, it's really hard to figure out what we're going to see tomorrow. And like what you're going to see tomorrow in the first quarter could be completely different from the second quarter, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter. They've been so inconsistent. So just starting with this year's team 5 games in, I mean, they shut out Atlanta 30-0. They get blown out by New England by dang near 30 points. Last week they're down 17-0 to this hideous Dolphins team, but then they come back and win the game. So it's really hard to figure out what we're going to see from them tomorrow. As far as the direction, I mean, I think it's positive. It's not positive at an extremely rapid rate. So I don't blame y'all or, heck, I see what the national media says. I don't blame people for looking at it and feeling like, hey, they look like the same old Panthers. But last year they finished pretty darn strong. Bryce played pretty darn good down the stretch last year. And I think we kind of thought they would build on that. And they haven't. Bryce hasn't played the same. The team has not been quite the same. But they're sitting here at 2-3, and you've seen glimpses of a better version of themselves. So I feel like they're kind of inching there. David Tepper, the filthy rich owner you mentioned, has finally gotten the memo that maybe I need to let my football guys that I hire do football stuff and not like literally write plays down that I saw on TV and hand to my coaches. That actually did happen here. But like as far as what we're going to see tomorrow, man, there's this element of just having no idea.
It just popped in my head that we're going to have Dallas versus Charlotte twice this week, or weekend, excuse me, because of course we got the game against Carolina. But today the Mavericks are hosting the Charlotte Hornets for a preseason game number 2. So I'll ask you, covering all Charlotte sports, which one do you feel has a better outlook for the next 5 years? The Charlotte Hornets with LaMelo and Brandon Miller, or the Panthers with Bryce Young and Ted McMillan?
This sounds like a summer topic that we have done every year, right? And it's hard to figure out in a lot of years. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, the Panthers with that run with Cam and Luke Kuechly and those guys, I mean, that was pretty darn consistent. But a lot of times it's a very hard question to answer. Yeah. It could be a depressing question to answer. I mean, I kind of think like that. You mentioned Michael Jordan. I kind of feel like the ownership change is for the positive. This new administration with the Hornets has started, I think, to do it the right way, trading away vets, recouping draft picks, and kind of trying to do a long build. So I think they're heading in the right direction. The Panthers, I kind of feel like, are inching in the right direction. I might lean Panthers. Just the NFL feels like a sport that's easier to kind of dig yourself out of the basement. Maybe it's just because I've seen the Panthers have more success than the Hornets. I lean Panthers, but in general, I kind of like the groups running the show for a change with both teams right now. But I don't know if I'd bet serious money on either. I got to be honest.
Chris McLean from the Mac and T-Bone show on WFNZ. Now, let me ask you this when it comes to Carolina, because this, and again, it kind of is consistent with the theme of, well, maybe Bryce Young. All right, like I don't know. Is he 6 foot? Is he 5'9"? He just looks little out there, but yet he's still a pretty decent quarterback. To your point, again, Dave Canales and that team seemed like they got on the right track last year. It seems like nobody outside of Ted McMillan knows how to catch the football in Carolina as far as having a legitimate target. You traded away the other legitimate target, which made no sense considering you had nobody to back him up. And so I guess that's what I'm trying to understand. Whereas like, can Bryce Young, and I'm not a believer that smaller quarterbacks can be franchise guys. I think they can be fillers, but I don't know that they can be franchise guys. What's kind of your feeling on whether Bryce Young can be that guy?
I mean, I'll say this. After the way he finished last year, like if you looked at a lot of the advanced numbers for his last 10 games after the benching last year, I mean, big-time throws, second in the league. Passing grade on PFF was 6th over his last 10 games. So in the offseason, I 100% thought, man, this is who he's going to be, and he's going to get better than that. The start to the season has been up and down, so it's causing a little bit of pause. I do think he's a guy that will make up for his lack of physical attributes, arm strength, size, all that sort of stuff, with his ability to make plays under pressure like you saw at Alabama, the improvising stuff like that. When he's at his best, he can get it out real quick. his anticipation, his processing. These are things that when he's playing his best, you will notice, man, look at that. I think he's got a chance to be a guy that they can win with. Do I think he can be some sort of elite quarterback? I wouldn't go there, maybe because of the physical limitations. But I will say this, he's got to stop turning the ball over. I mean, he has started games, 3 or 4 times so far this season with turnovers and sometimes multiple turnovers in the first quarter. He's not good enough to overcome that stuff, to your point. You know, he can't be sloppy like that and make up for it, unless I guess you're playing a team like the Dolphins last week.
We saw Jalen Coker isn't going to be available for today's game, still waiting to make his season debut. What do you think the Panthers' kind of game flow and offense will look like Sunday to maximize their chance of winning? Because I think we can both agree neither defense is necessarily superb. Do you see them leaning more of a shootout style, trying to slow the game down? What would you do if you were kind of in that Panthers offense?
I definitely don't think they want to get into a shootout with the way that dang Dallas offense and Dak is playing. I don't think they want to get – I think they probably feel like if we get into that, we'll come up short. Not saying there aren't points to be had against Dallas's defense, but I don't think you want to get into a shootout. I do think they want to pound the heck out of Rico Dowdle. It doesn't look like – well, matter of fact, I know Chuba Hubbard. He's been ruled out. So Chuba's not going to play. It's going to be a heavy dose of Rico Dowdle, and that'll be very interesting given the history there, given his comments about telling the Cowboys to buckle up this week. But I think they want to – the Panthers are a very good time of possession team, and I think they'd like to keep Dak sitting on the sidelines. If Dallas loads up against the run, I do think there are probably some plays to be made in the pass. But you said it. Guys other than T-Mac have to step up. It's crazy that a rookie receiver is like this far and away better than everybody else. Maybe Coker will play. That would be a big boost. Maybe Xavier Legette will pick up on last week. He has had a miserable season until last week. He finally made some plays. But I definitely think they want to make this a ball control sort of game.
Yeah, this is Adam Schefter an hour ago said Jalen Coker with the quad has been ruled out. So he.
Oh shoot! I didn't see that. I'm staring at college football.
No, you're fine.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Hey, we're staring at college football too.
I'm gonna have to go crack a beer after hearing that news. Damn.
Well, and so when I look at Carolina, we're sitting there. We got Mingo Mania over here in Dallas. You guys know about that all too well. Now, of course, he hasn't played yet this year. He did look good in the preseason, right? I mean, Jonathan Mingo, because you know as well as anybody, he's a big dude, right? I mean, he's a good-sized target. And, of course, last year with Cooper Rush, he never was able to really get going. You felt like, okay, it looked like he was going to turn a corner this year, and then he just, he hurt his quad or whatever it was, and we haven't seen him since. He is part of that 21-day window or whatever. But what exactly, what is the offensive goal there outside of Ted McMillan? When you mentioned Xavier Legette, who you already alluded to, has done nothing so far this year.
The goal is definitely, I think, to be a run-first team.
Okay.
I think that's what they want to do. That's why they went out and got Rico to pair with a 1,000-yard back we already had in Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah.
They definitely want to run the ball, although if Dallas gets up by 2 scores, it's very possible if Dave Canales forgets it's legal to run the ball. Sometimes he will not stick with it. Last week he did, and the Panthers came back from 17-0 down. I think they definitely want to run the football. Like I said, I think they want Bryce getting it out quick, being that point guard, if you will. They have not hit it near enough stuff downfield. I think a lot of that has to do with the personnel. They've had a lot of injuries, too, to the wide receiver core. Coker, you mentioned. XL has been injured. Xavier Legette here as well. The Thielen trade was kind of a bummer to me. It sounds like Thielen was literally begging Dan Morgan to go to Minnesota. He may be the first human being to want to leave the South for Minnesota, but that's home for him. So I understand it. But I didn't think they were in a position with the other young receivers where they could have done that. I thought they should have kept the vet around. But I think it's definitely to be a run-first football team, and they've started to get that going here the last couple of weeks.
I was just going to say, you're the second person we've had on this week that said the same thing about moving off of Thielen right before the season based on how your receiving core looks. I'm just trying to figure out and give a little bit of optimism to the Carolina side on what the plan of success is, because as the Cowboys do have a high potent offense, their defense can be had. Is there certain points of the defense that you're looking at as weak points? I think it's always interesting from an outsider's perspective, kind of what you see as the weak points or just the defense as a whole.
Well, yeah, I start by looking at total defense rankings, and I see that you're at the bottom. So I like that. Yeah. I definitely like that.
Puncher's chance.
But it seems like they've been playing a little better lately. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting.
Come on, let's not get too carried away.
I I was trying to be nice. But as far as tomorrow goes, I think the injury to Taylor Moton, starting right tackle for the Panthers, he's been ruled out. I think that hurts. Last week, they ran Dowdle. Dowdle ran for 183 of his 206 yards to the right. And so to not have Moton in there, I think that, hurts their ability to do that a little bit. Josh Nijman, the backup at right tackle, is so gettable, especially in pass protection. But I think they're going to try to run the football. I would be surprised if they don't have some success running the football. And it feels like everybody's passing on Dallas. And if Bryce Young plays his best, I would think there's going to be some plays made in the passing game. But I think Carolina probably wants this game more in the mid-20s. I think if this thing gets up near 30, I think that might be a bridge too far. But I do if Carolina's offense doesn't put up at least mid-20s tomorrow, I'd be disappointed. And if they don't, I have a feeling it will involve turnovers. That's been when Carolina's been at their worst, when they turn the ball over.
All right, I got to ask you this because you're over there in North Carolina. How wacky and bizarre has this Bill Belichick thing been?
I got to tell you, man, this is one of the craziest things. I don't even think just North Carolina sports. I think damn American sports.
Right?
I mean, first of all, the way he got there was so ridiculous. You had like one or two board members that basically, bogarted the coaching search that the GM Bubba Cunningham was doing and just basically strong-armed Bill Belichick here. So that's not an ideal way to start it off. But I just, you start reading some of these reports, and I'm sure y'all have been checking them out. First of all, I can't believe that Mr. No Distractions looks like the most distracted person in the whole athletic department at UNC.
Seriously.
I mean, that's what's so crazy. No distractions, and then here you are getting caught up in book tours, and you go to Nantucket at the bye weekend, and the coaches are trying to call you, and you're hanging out with Jordan and her poodle, and they can't get a hold of you. It's just, who is this guy? And then the fact that he had the arrogance, him and Michael Lombardi, and I don't even know if Michael Lombardi was ever any good in the NFL.
Seriously.
Seems like he's just, you know what I mean, tugging on to the coattails
just
of Belichick.
The hangers on, really.
God, it's a train wreck. And they both brought their sons to the staff. I mean, it is a complete train wreck. And when you hear reports that they're talking about ending it after 5 games, I mean, how is there a chance that this survives long term?
Well, and here's my question for you is, how did Mac Brown leave the program? We knew that, Mac Brown was pushing, 75, 80. So him leaving after 4 years really wasn't all that wild of a concept. It was like, all right, he brought North Carolina some respectability back. So then I read the other day that, Belichick, overhauled 80% of the roster. Was it in that bad a shape when he got there, or is this just Bill being Bill?
I mean, it was around where you would expect Carolina football to be. They went to a bowl game. They won 7 games, but it wasn't anything special. But last year, they didn't have a special quarterback. The years where Mac Brown really disappointed me were when he had Sam Howell and he had Drake May.
Yeah. And
you're looking at the win total feeling like, man, he wasted these 2 great quarterback recruits that he got. But last year, it felt like, it was average, slightly above average.
Okay.
And you just said it. They came in, Belichick and Lombardi, and just tore that whole roster apart. And the guys they replaced these guys with, at least you had a lot of average-level players on UNC last year. These guys they brought in are brutal. Group of 5 coaches have anonymously been quoted as saying, when we noticed how many guys we were battling UNC for, we said, these guys North Carolina's going to stink because they shouldn't be wanting these guys at a Power 4 school. So that goes into Belichick and Lombardi's, eye for talent. That's what got Belichick, the coach, fired in New England.
Seriously.
Belichick, the GM, right?
Yeah. He couldn't bring NFL guys, but you know what? Let's go ahead and see how he can do with teenagers and guys in their early 20s.
What a mess! That makes Charlotte sports look good, y'all. I'm actually glad you got my mood back.
Hey,
my mood's good again.
Full circle. No, what better way to finish the interview? Chris, I'll tell you what, my man, you've been fantastic. I see why you've been doing this for 21 years because you're an absolute pros pro. Thank you so much for taking time out of your Saturday, and let's do this again next time our 2 places cross paths.
All right, guys. Anytime. Appreciate y'all.
There you have it. The one, the only Mr. Chris McClain. All right, we got a little fair or foul. We still got our Cowboys predictions to get to, and we got a Mavs game tonight. Lots to get to. Don't go anywhere. It's Fan After Dark.
Hi, it's Pete Thompson from the Consumer Team.
it Pepper Lady? Pepper Lady? Nutmeg Maidens? No. I just said that. Was it Spice Girls? Was it Saffron Squad?
forget something else. Okay, now that is a very cute haircut. That's like a little shag. I've never seen it before.
Well, I mean, of course you have. It's the Rachel.
Oh, is that your name?
No, I mean, like, your name.
No, I'm Jen. My name's Jen.
Right, but I just mean, like, this is your haircut.
But that's hair on your head.
I'm not saying this is your hair. Okay.
Presented by the On Time Experts, keeping Cowboys fans comfortable all season long. Subscribe to Love of the Star wherever your favorite podcasts are found.
This next segment on the Fan After Dark is brought to you by Classic Chevrolet. If you're in the market to upgrade your vehicle, get to Classic Chevrolet in Grapevine. Back-to-back #1 Chevy dealership in the world. They've got more new Chevys than anyone, all priced to sell. Visit ClassicChevrolet.com. This is Texas. This is Classic Chevrolet. Together, let's drive, relax, and enjoy the difference. Based on new Chevy registrations 2023 and 2024.
All right, you guys know what that music means, boys and girls. It's time for the hottest segment on the internet. It's time for a little fair or foul, where I take a vignette, story, and or personal anecdote, tell it out loud, and you, the Tolo, Fatty, and anybody else decides whether or not it's fair or foul.
Did you hear mine yesterday?
No. I mean, I was at my son's football game, bro. Whatever. What do you want from me?
Put AirPods in. Be a Tolo.
I was, you know what? I was actually.
Are you hearing the coach's calls out there?
I did have a coach come up to me during halftime because
Want to come be our OC? Seems like you know what you're yelling from the stands.
I did have one parental outburst. The kid jumped on my son's back and literally hip drop tackled him. I mean, it was like a hip drop slash.
What did you yell?
What kind of tackle is that? What kind of tackle? No flag? Oh, I was hot.
Were you standing?
Oh, you know, I stand on the fence. I don't sit.
Oh, you're a stand on the fence.
I'm standing I'm on the track, dude.
I'm learning a lot already. The stand on the fence, dads.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna just be sitting in the stands eating popcorn.
Good for you.
Eating popcorn.
Okay. I'm in the mix. Look, I'd be on the sideline.
Would you like read a book in between the quarters?
Yeah, I would. I'd be editing the podcast. But come on.
Dude, I'm talking to the assistant principal. Just, I'm in the mix, bro. Okay, I'm in the mix. Sitting there, because it was senior night last night.
Yeah.
And so, we did the Xavier Davis with his mother, Jennifer, and his dad, Fred Davis.
Did you have to, go on the field?
Well, we walked on the track.
Yeah.
Walked on the track.
Y'all don't walk to, the center of the field and, take pictures? Or?
Well, they walked us to the middle of the track, and then you turn towards the crowd, and everybody comes by and, click, 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 takes pictures.
Were you, how friendly were you with mom?
We were cordial.
Yeah.
We're cordial. Yeah. I mean, it's funny.
No flirt. Not even a semi. Hey, you look nice.
No. We were.
Nice dress.
It was, no, I mean, she was wearing shorts and a hoodie with our son's, she's your typical, hey, athlete's mom, locked in for the kid. That sort of thing.
Yeah. Wasn't worried about no Fred Davis showing up.
I'll tell you who did mean mug me, though. Fair or foul. You know who mean mugged me yesterday?
Girlfriend's parents. Did I get it right?
Ring it.
I don't know where the bell's at.
Ring it.
Is that Fred
Walked past
Davis?
me 3 times. Wouldn't look in my direction. Nothing.
I think that's the fair or foul guy.
Oh, she knows. She knows.
I think he does Blake and Orlean or something. I heard they're bringing him back.
Let's not find out she's listening to the show right now. Let us find out she's listening to the show right now. But yeah, she definitely. I'm pretty sure I caught a mean mug at least once.
That's how you know you're doing something right in life, though.
Oh, I wish she would say something to me.
Well, I'm not trying to.
I'm not gonna fight her.
What'd you say?
What's that, Ma? You got something to say to me?
Yeah. I did have.
I didn't think so. Where's your husband at?
The last time I saw a fight happen at a high school football game, one of my good friends, best friends in college, and we were all hanging out, yada yada, your little small intermediate group.
Yeah.
And he went to school in Lampasas. Do you know where that is? Lampasas.
I mean, I've heard of it.
Yeah. Either way, he went to school there, and someone had posted on Snapchat that he was hanging out with my friend's current girlfriend. And he was trying to flex on my friend, and my friend was like, "Oh, she's just at the same restaurant, at the same bar, whatever." And he was trying to big dog him, "Oh, you're at Denton, you can't do nothing. I'm gonna take your girl, whatever." I guess she still lives in Lampasas. I don't remember the whole backdrop of the story. Either way, my friend I almost said his name. My friend drives. I mean, it already happened. Drives to Lampasas, pulls up on this kid, and absolutely beats the living what out of him in the middle of the game and got arrested.
Wow.
Yeah. Like moms are screaming.
It's not worth that. I mean, I wouldn't, it's not that serious.
Sometimes it is, though.
Now, his girlfriend was pushing a cat in a stroller, which I thought was a bit much.
That is a bit.
And I just, look.
That's much.
Did your son's team win? Yes, he did. 42-21. I'm going to tell you right now. First of all, my boy had 4 catches for 60 yards last night. So shout out to him.
His first game back since.
His first game back. He hadn't played in 3 games. And it's funny.
Solid outing.
It is a solid outing. Hey, I told him that's 10 fantasy points. Okay? That's 10 fantasy points.
Is that what you told him after?
Absolutely. And it was funny because he kind of hinted at me. He's
more than A.J. Brown.
Yeah, who you telling? So he rolled up on it on the first catch, right? Took a little wide receiver screen, and the kid hip dropped him the first tackle, and he came up limping badly. And so it was funny because he looked at me and I looked at him, and I'm thinking, we're first quarter, right? I mean, we're first possession of the game. I'm thinking,
you start just doing the money sign. I just paid to be your back out there.
So he's on the sideline, stretching, doing everything. Plays the rest of the game. Didn't play much defense, but played the rest of the on offense. We got to eat afterwards, and he tells me, and he goes, "Man, as soon as I did that, all I could think of was you saying, I didn't fly all the way up here for this."
Yep.
And you know what? I would have never said that to him because I know he was trying to gut it out anyway because I knew he was a little sore before the game. But hey, if that was the motivation he needed,
no words said. Just look on the sideline.
Push through.
I'm here for you, buddy,
son. I told him. I said, you know what? Proud of you today. I'm proud of you today.
Give me an impersonation of you talking to him post game, but in a Jason Statham accent. Come on, it's my favorite actor.
We didn't. And you know what? The funny thing was, I have learned with my son, you have to pick and choose your moments when you can scream at him.
I do a bad dad. I'm a screamer.
No, you trust me. You're a smart guy. You'll be fire and brimstone at first.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Like, listen, I told my son last year after a game, after he was absolutely dreadful, I said, maybe we should rethink football.
Yeah, I would be saying things
but
like
I told him that on the drive home. I said, because I'm not flying up here for you to play pity pat with the quarterback.
I'd be the same way.
Okay? Like, what are we doing here? Like, it's a violent sport. Yeah. Okay? Like, I can watch you run next to people on huddle. Okay? And save $400 or $500 in the process. Okay, like seriously. But last night, hey, he gutted it out. He did his thing, and you know what? I told him afterwards. I said, you know what? That's the most proud of you I've ever been.
Wow.
Because you went out there and because I knew he was sore. Like I knew, and I think honestly, I think the whole reason. I mean, I think he would have played anyway. But me being there and just kind of, hey, do you, son?
Can you give the people who haven't seen him play, including me, play football? Can you give us like an NFL comp?
Ed McCaffrey.
You know what's so crazy? I said this guy's gonna say a McCaffrey. I was gonna say Luke. I thought you were gonna say Luke McCaffrey.
Ed. I mean, I'm Ed's my generation. So Ed McCaffrey.
Yeah. Can you give us somebody that's currently playing, maybe that he plays similar to style wise? Remind you of when he's out there?
Adam Thielen.
Okay.
Adam Thielen.
Okay.
I mean, I here's the thing, and I look
over the middle.
It's my son,
intermediate guy.
So obviously I'm biased.
You should be.
I've talked to a couple JUCO coaches here in the last couple months, and I'm talking to any parent out there. You know it. I don't worry about my son's physicality, right? Now, granted, it's 3A Kansas football, so take that with a grain of salt as well. But if he could figure it out mentally, I do think he could play JUCO football.
There you go.
Now, whether or not he goes anywhere after that is entirely up to him.
Yep.
But I think physicality-wise, and again, having talked to a couple coaches and kind of giving them the layout of what he's like, and they're like, well, look, we would definitely take a flyer on him.
Do we get the Fred combo as well? Fred, you have to come to Navarro.
Do we get his off the wall? Yeah, seriously.
You got to come be our play-by-play guy, and we'll give your son an offer.
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
in a heartbeat.
What if it was in Alaska?
No.
Your son's going to come play for us, scholarship, but you have to come be our play-by-play guy in Alaska.
Well, unless I can do it from remote. Unless we can do it remotely.
You got to be here.
Yeah, no, I'm not driving.
Any other places that you'd X out?
No.
Every other place in the States?
Tyler and Navarro. Those are the two places. Okay. That's two. I've moved around enough. And
South Dakota calls, and they say, we're giving your son a full ride. You got to be our play-by-play guy, though.
No, I'm not going to be play-by-play in South Dakota. Are you kidding me right now?
But your son will be on the field, or I guess on the team.
Tell you what, Zave, let's try Navarro. Let's trade Navarro. Let's see my boy.
What about Bowling Green?
You know, it's funny. My cousin's wife's dad used to be the special teams coach there.
They say your cousin's wife was on the team. My cousin's wife is actually the running back.
She was the kicker. Katie Nida. Long story. K-State touchdown, pick 6. All right, coming up next. There's your fair foul. Coming up next, we've got Cowboy predictions, and Blake will preview tonight's Mavericks ball game. Don't go anywhere.
When your friends say, hey, did you hear?
Do you think it's true that you've got to forget something else to remember that Uber Eats has groceries?
No, that's absurd. Hey, remember when you used to be what was it, Pepper Lady? Pepper Lady?
Wasn't it Cinnamon Sisters?
Hazel Baby.
Saffron Squad?
Nutmeg Maidens?
Pre-curve?
No.
Nutmeg Maidens.
I just said that. Was it Spice Girls?
Doesn't sound right.
Was it Saffron Squad?
on 105.3 The Fan.
Final half hour of the show happening right now, and I'll tell you what, we got our UT folks who are feeling nicey right about now as they're gearing up for a 48-yard field goal attempt. 10-6 is the score right now. He's kicking it from the right hash. We'll see how this thing, what this happens here. They'll go up by a full touchdown if he's able to knock this through. And it looks like he's going to be able to knock it through. So 13-6, Texas with the lead. They have just outplayed Oklahoma in every form and fashion here in the second half. I think, was it 5 yards? Is that what you said there, Blake? 5 yards of offense or something crazy like that for Oklahoma? So John Mateer.
5-126. Texas has 126 yards in the second half. We are 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Oklahoma has 5 yards of offense.
You can't tell me Mateer's hand isn't 100% or is 100%. There's no way. I mean, he's clearly not. This offense doesn't look the same. So we'll keep you posted. But we've got ourselves a ball game here. And UT.
Now here's a guy that knows how to come back in a game.
Yeah, I am a little, I may be a slight bit distracted.
What happened?
During the Specs tailgate.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be bad for you. Please tune in tomorrow for the Specs tailgate show to listen to Fred try to do radio and watch his beloved Chiefs take on the Detroit Lions.
For the second week in a row, I'm on while the Chiefs game. Now, I held it together pretty well until the very last.
That fourth quarter was a little.
That fourth quarter was tough.
I'm like literally looking at Fred. He's sitting back, arms crossed.
Who'd we have on? But we had somebody.
We had someone on.
Dylon was here, and then I felt like we had somebody else.
Trevor.
Was Trevor? Okay, yeah, we had Trevor here as well. Mr. No Cologne. Hey, Jet, do you wear cologne? Does Jet wear cologne?
I mean, there's other people in my... Talking about, like, UPS, right? My other job?
Wait a minute. Let me put my headphones on because I'm not sure you understood what I just asked. What did you just say? Do you wear cologne?
Oh, I thought you said, do I work alone? No, do I...
He said, yeah, there's other people at my job.
Like, yeah, I work with people here. I occasionally, if it's the right time, yeah.
Okay. What's your go-to cologne?
What is it?
Your everyday.
Ooh, something basic. I don't spend a whole lot on it. I mean, whatever smells good. Target normally got me covered.
Can you take our co-host Trevor with you?
Because you strike me as a frugal
yeah. Come on,
guy.
Trevor, let's do it.
We need to go on a field trip.
Yes.
With Trevor and Jet buying $20 Target cologne.
I think that'd be the best video for the Tolos. Seeing all of our producers. We got to ask Khaki Kev. I mean, he's got a girlfriend. So
we have faces for content.
Yes, come on, Jet. Come on, Jet.
There's a real fatty right there.
We got to ask. Having a girlfriend.
Kevin for sure, because Kevin's talked about cologne. We've had discussions with him about cologne in pre-show. I don't know that new guy / degenerate Jake.
We haven't asked him or
We've
Ross.
really never talked about cologne with him. And now Ross, I can guarantee you wears cologne in some form or fashion. Okay. Ross definitely strikes me. Now, could he be wearing patchouli? Probably. Okay. Would it surprise me if we found that out? Not at all. Not at all. So, and then I think that's pretty much it. So Trevor we know doesn't. Dylon's already said he doesn't. Yeah. Kevin we know does. Ross we think does. I would guess degenerate Jake does.
How many colognes do you have to have in your arsenal to be like a cologne wearer? Because like you could say I wear cologne and you have one, which is normal. I don't want to besmirch that.
I mean, you've got probably, a dozen?
Yeah, I probably got like 15.
Yeah.
12 to 15.
Yeah, so.
I feel like that's a pretty intermediate collection.
Yeah.
And then once you start getting over like 30 plus, you're just kind of a collector or you do it as a job.
I mean, I'm pushing probably 20 to 25.
Yeah.
Things of cologne.
That's getting into the advanced level where you almost have one for every occasion that could happen.
But I like to I like to mix fragrances.
Different flavors.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to be a little more floral today, maybe a little bit more vanilla, a little more oud.
Well, mine's all very mine's all very spicy.
You tried a couple of mine you liked.
I did. You had one, and I can't think of what it was called, but
I don't remember them either.
I have no idea what it was. Anyway, speaking of spicy, Mavericks want to know.
The Dallas Mavericks. They're playing the Charlotte Hornets. They're not very good.
What is this? The cologne call out segment? Yes, it's exactly what it is.
Yes, I'm glad.
I'm glad somebody picked up on that. Hello.
What are you still waiting to see in Game 2? Cooper Flagg I mean, cool. Let's see him hit a 3 or 2. That's really the only thing for me.
He went 2 for 3 last week.
Anthony Davis, I don't need to see anything he could play or not play. Don't care.
I don't really want Anthony Davis playing.
Derek Lively, if he wants to shoot a 3 and make the fans happy, cool. D'Angelo Russell, I don't have to see anything.
Is Gafford still out?
Gafford's still out.
Gafford's still out. I'll be honest with you. I would like to see a little more Najee Marshall tonight.
I like that.
I'd like to see a little more Najee. Is Dennis Smith playing tonight?
Let me see.
I'd like to see a little more Dennis Smith.
I don't think we've got they don't have to give injury reports in the preseason.
So,
even with Exum, Dante Exum hasn't practiced yet. They have not disclosed a reason they don't have to because it's the preseason. So they're just like, he's not out there.
Doesn't need to be.
But Dennis Smith needs to be out there.
Dennis Smith 100% needs to be out there. I'll tell you what else I'd like to see tonight. And I don't know. I've got KU Texas Tech, so I don't know how much of the Mavs game I'm going to watch. Probably none. That said, I might turn on what do we know what channel? It should be on local TV, correct?
Yeah.
I might put it on the little burner TV I got. I want to see Jaden Hardy under control tonight.
I do too.
Honestly.
You have no
all
other
jokes
point guard.
aside, I want to see Jaden Hardy look like, okay, I can trust him in the regular season.
Yeah. Even if it's in a spot where, because think about it, when Kyrie comes back, you might be the 4th point guard on the depth chart. You probably are.
Unless you've played your ass off and have earned okay, we need to find minutes for him. Yeah. If you've found yourself to be indispensable, you might get traded.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Because that's one thing we know about Nico. Nico will trade you, and you have a very team-friendly deal to where, the one thing we do know about Jaden Hardy is he can be instant offense. And so if you're a team, look, they've already shown they have a propensity of trading with Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
If you're a team that is... to me, I could see Hardy getting dumped to a low-level team. I could also see a high-level team that maybe is missing a spark of offense off the bench and takes a swing and goes like a Hawks or something like that. Like, hey, we'll take a swing at him and let him be just the microwave off the bench.
I could see
the Nets.
I could see a Hardy for Spencer Dinwiddie trade. Because all jokes aside, but hey, you know what you got with Dinwiddie.
They chose not to bring him back this offseason though, and chose Exum. So I feel like the Dinwiddie bridge is closed.
Is it though?
You could have brought him back. It's not like he got an exuberant amount of money in Charlotte, and they said we'd rather have Exum. They didn't sign him, and they signed Exum the next day.
But Exum's is a better overall point guard, right? But with Dinwiddie, it's like, look, he can play a little defense.
He kind of surprised you with his offense. The last couple years, he'll score 15.
And that's what I'm saying. But he's a veteran guy. Okay, and all I'm saying is that I could see a situation where because you know him, you know what you're getting with him, and it's like, look, you're making a postseason run. Hey, I know what I'm getting with this guy. He's cheap, and here you take Spencer, you take James Hardy,
James Houston.
We like what he's bringing. And look, can we stop with the James Houston has more sacks and tackles than Micah Parsons memes?
7:30 tonight, Mavericks take on the Charlotte Hornets, preseason game number 2. What is happening in this Texas game? What is happening around college football as
and our
well?
Predictions.
Me and Fred's predictions. Who is going to win on Sunday? We'll let you guys know that next on the After Dark on the weekends.
Sean and RJ, the KNC Masterpiece, G-Bag Nation, and Fan After Dark. Live.
got to forget something else to remember that Uber Eats has groceries.
No, that's absurd. Hey, remember when you used to be what was it, Pepper Lady? Pepper Lady?
Wasn't it Cinnamon Sisters?
Hazel Babies.
Saffron Squad?
Nutmeg Maidens?
Paprika?
No.
Nutmeg Maidens.
I just said
Dylon getting awfully feisty during the break. Awfully feisty during the break. From the 972, OU would have been better off with the backup, LOL. I don't disagree.
And now you're going to do the thing where I'm not hearing the broadcast. I don't know if he's re-injured.
We don't know what they're saying.
But you run the risk of re-injuring it, and you get the loss. This is worst case scenario for Sooners fans. Right?
I'm not going to say I told you so, but I actually was talking to a couple OU guys on the flight back to Dallas this morning, and they were like, yeah, Mateer's playing. I said, but do you think that's a good idea? Like, don't you think you could beat OU or UT with your backup and then save Mateer at 100% for the long run? But again, what do I know?
Now you're going to take 2 L's. I don't know if Mateer's hurt or not, but I'm just saying.
I mean, he hasn't looked good. I mean, don't get me wrong, UT's defense is good, but I mean, DJ Lagway was able to slice you and dice you up, so whatever. All right, we're up against it because it's just been such a fun show. It's been such a fun show.
Did we do all the segments we wanted to do that we wrote down?
We did.
Okay, I'm making sure we didn't miss anything.
We did, and even if we did miss something.
Did we all the audio that we had you pull, did we play it?
I think there was 2 or 3 clips we didn't get to.
All of it, but most of it. That's pretty good.
See, the nice thing was, though, I told him, don't pull all the clips. Just, I gave him a sheet that had the ones I wanted. So, made his life easier.
What did we not pull?
Who cares? Let's get to the predictions. You're filibustering right now. Give us your prediction.
I got Cowboys 34. I got Panthers. Don't want to get them double digits.
Yeah, they'll score. Hey, come on. I mean, this isn't
34-18. Cowboys win.
34-18. What a weird score.
And when it happens, I want you to go, Blake, how did you do that? And I'm going to say,
where's my pen? Did you steal my pen?
I did not steal. I actually gave you an extra pen. You want me to throw you a pen? Okay. I got Cowboys 34. I got Panthers 18. I feel like the Rico Dowdle buckle up. You will see a little bit of that in play on Sunday. I think you're also going to see Javonte running rampant as well. Dak to Ryan Flournoy. I got him in the fantasy lineup, so I'm hoping they target him as well. Kevontae Turpin's out. You got Tyler Smith out. I still see the defense stepping up another week against a young, inexperienced offense. Give me them allowing under 20 points. 34-18. I mean, 30. All right, put 34-17. I'll do a real score.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're tripping like Scottie Pippen with this. I'm going to go 27-17 Cowboys. In the proverbial, the final score is not as indicative. You know, the game wasn't as close as the final score would indicate. I think
the Patriots put up 30 on them. You don't think they put up 40 on them? You don't think the Cowboys, you think they're going to score half of that? Patriots just put up 40. And you think the Cowboys can only put up 20-something on them?
I say 27.
Okay.
I could see a couple turnovers tomorrow.
Okay. A little sloppy.
I could see
first half sloppy. They really haven't had a turnover rampant game.
Here's the thing.
Where they turn the ball over 2-3 times in a half or something.
Okay, we didn't know what to expect against Philly, so everybody was pleasantly surprised. All right. Giants, you thought they should beat them, and it took overtime to do it. All right. Then you thought they should definitely beat Chicago,
and
you got boat raced. Then you thought you should get your ass kicked by Green Bay, and you went out and handled your business and tied. Then it was kind of like, all right, this Jets game you should win, but you're missing half your offense, so who knows what. So you're supposed to beat Carolina tomorrow, okay? You are supposed to beat Carolina tomorrow, all right? And I'd like to think that you will, but until I see that the Cowboys can go out and do what we expect them to do, then I'll become a believer. And I think this game tomorrow is a measuring stick for not only the offense, but it's also for the coaching staff. And how do you get this team mentally prepared to play against a scrappy Carolina team?
Are the Cowboys one of the 15 best teams in the NFL right now?
We'll find out tomorrow.
Where are you out of them right now, though, to see how
outside
much
looking in? Okay. Outside looking in.
They're closer to 20 than they are 15?
Dude, you've beaten the Giants and the Jets.
That's your 2 wins.
Okay, and I don't want, I mean, I get it. You tied Green Bay. Great. Okay? I mean, you know, the Super Bowl teams lose to crappy teams all the time. And so you've beaten 2.
Happens to the Bills every year. Happens to the Chiefs every year.
Happens to the Chiefs. You know, you've beaten 2 crap teams. So beat a good team. And not to say that Carolina's, and that's what I'm saying. Carolina's not a good team, but you should beat them tomorrow. All right? I'll tell you what else I'm going to tell you tomorrow, too. Tolbert scores a touchdown.
Uh-oh. I'm going to go Tolbert has 1 catch, and Ryan Flournoy has 4 catches for over 50 yards.
Tolbert, 3 catches, 27 yards, and a touchdown in the red zone.
Okay.
I mean, that's perfect Tolbert lineup right there. That's a Tolbert line all
How
day,
many
day.
Dak tutties you get tomorrow?
Dak, you get 2.
I say 2 as well.
You get 2. Ferg, you'll get 1.
I'm going to go Pickens and Javonte. Javonte out of the backfield.
I'm going Fergie and Tolbert.
Okay.
I'm going Fergie and Tolbert tomorrow. You'll get a touchdown on the ground from Javonte, and then you'll get 2 Aubrey field goals.
2 on the ground from Javonte, 1 receiving to Pickens. There's all your points.
Is he on your fantasy team?
Who, Javonte?
Yeah.
No.
That's right.
I don't have him on any.
Illinois. Man, I feel so stupid for not picking him up. Why did I not?
Okay.
All right, Dylon. Prediction.
I'm going to say the Cowboys win. They put up 30 points, and the Panthers score 24.
Okay, 30-24, 1-score game.
Yeah, it's going to be close. The offense has been really good the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be as good.
See, that's kind of the way I feel tomorrow.
But they will do well. The defense, I'm a
I mean,
little
you do
worried.
have them scoring 30 points.
They do score 30, which is good.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Rico Dowdle.
Oh.
I think the run
Revenge
game is
game?
going to be good
Revenge game.
for the Panthers.
I like it. Jet,
we got
prediction?
Kenny Clark. Come on.
We got 10 seconds, Jet. Just yell the score. Just yell the score. Too long.
27-22 Cowboys.
27-20. Well, you guys are weirdos. All right, you know what? You guys have been great. Texas, OU, good night. God bless. Go Mavs, go Cowboys. We'll see you tomorrow.
This October, eliminate chilly drafts for good with Window Nation. Right now, when you buy 2 replacement windows, you'll get 2 for free, plus pay nothing for 2 whole years. Hurry, sale ends October 31st. Schedule your free estimate now at windownation.com. That's windownation.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program